Welcome to Uintah High School. I'm Mark Mason, and with me is Brian Nielsen, and we are here at the home of the Uintah Utes at Coach Belcher Stadium, where we have a great matchup tonight between the Snow Canyon Warriors and the Uintah Utes. And I had a chance to talk to some of the coaches, as you can see out there. They've been out there for the coin flip, Brian, for about 15 minutes.
They've been studying that coin for the last 15 minutes. I think they finally decided it was a good one to flip.
So all the rules, and the Utes look sharp in their new uniforms. There's the coin flip. It's called, and we're going to see who wins it here in a second.
It's like Uintah
but
receive.
Yeah, they make the receive sign, and then they point. So Snow Canyon's going to go to the other side of the field. I think it doesn't really matter. Weather is not a factor to tonight's game, Brian. I mean, it's a little bit hot. What you would expect for an early season game here in August.
Yeah, first season, definitely hot. That sun in our eyes, but we had some really windy conditions yesterday. Blew in a little bit of a cold front, but doesn't seem to be affecting tonight's game at all. Very little wind. Like I said, about 70 degrees, I'd say 75. So perfect early conditions for a good game.
And Brian, I love football season. I look forward to football season more than I looked forward to going down to the five and dime store kid to get a Beanie Baby when I was a kid. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'm so excited about this. Here we are at the home of the Uintah Utes at Coach Belcher Stadium. Had a chance to talk to the coaches before tonight's game. Coach Mike Esplin for Snow Canyon, Brian, he talked about he wants his team to just be physical in every aspect of the game. And furthermore, to give consistent championship effort from start to finish. And I like that because, the difference between a champion and second place is usually just one play.
1 point, yeah.
Right, 1 play. 3, do not turn the ball over on offense and create turnovers on defense. So, I mean, it's coach speak, but Coach Esplin, great points for his team, and they've traveled a long way to be up here tonight from Snow Canyon.
Yeah, all the way down by St. George. And speaking of coaching, we also had a chance to talk to Coach Austin Heaps before the game. He had 3 keys to the game as well. Solid offensive line play was one of his first keys. Allow our playmakers to do what they do best. Just get that open field to them and let them go north and south. The second point he had was to be sound defensively and know our responsibilities. Like you said, if you can stay responsible, sometimes height and speed are definitely a big factor, but if you can just stay home and be soundly defensive, you can almost come up with a big defensive play every time. The last one he had was to use special teams to tilt the field in our favor. I saw him practicing some special teams before the game, and they definitely got those down keyed. So it's hard to tell, though, early on in the season. Sometimes special teams can be the deciding factor, and we'll see what they come out with here at Uintah High.
Well, they talk about the game, and there's 3 phases of the game. There's offense, defense, and so many times it's special teams where you're weak. So it's really kind of a unique perspective for a coach to really say that's one of the things that we're looking at to focus on. Also, talking to Coach Heaps, he knows Mike Esplin, and Mike's new to the program for Snow Canyon. And so he knows some of the schemes, they're friends. They might even be related distantly. I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Also, how the travel. I mean, that is a long game.
Yeah, it is.
And this is kind of an extra game for the Utes. Tonight's an endowment game, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Basically, from what our understanding is, they do charge everybody to this game, and all the proceeds will go directly back to the state. The schools don't take any off the top. So by doing that, the state allows them to have this game. It won't count. It's a non-region game, but it allows the team basically to get a head start on the season, to get some plays, on the field and to go against a great competitor.
Yeah, and Snow Canyon, we've seen Snow Canyon in various other sports in region or in state playoffs, and they always field great athletic teams, and quite surprisingly, they have a fair amount of fans here with them, and hopefully they made a vacation of it, come out here to the Uintah Basin. So we're here on VTV, Channel 6, Mark Mason and Brian Nielsen. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
At B&D RV, we are the basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6 here, proudly presenting 2016 high school football coverage, and we are at the Coach Belcher Stadium, home of the Utes, where the Utes host the Snow Canyon Warriors, and we are just moments away from kickoff. The first game here on a great schedule of games. Every home game for every home team, Brian, here on VTV.
Got it. Nothing better than that. Like I said, we used to have to divide and conquer. Now we have the manpower to split up and go to every single place and bring these games to you. So the Utes have won the toss. They've opted to receive. Very sure of their offensive game, obviously, so they will set up.
A little bit of a fake.
Fake there.
Yeah. Fake onside kick, and the Utes only had 5 on the line, but nobody bit. And here comes, it looks like they'll go ahead and kick off deep. And kicking for the Warriors is Colton Barber. He's a senior. He kicks it, and it's going to go into the end zone. So right off the bat, touchback, and the Utes will have the ball to start.
Cameron Peterson there to receive, a senior, a wide receiver and cornerback for the Utes. They'll bring it out to the 20. It will spot the ball 1st and 10 for the Utes. Have to see what kind of offense, if they've switched things up at all. Coach Heaps, if he's done anything differently this year.
Well, it looks like he's going to keep with his spread. 3 wide receivers on the right side, 1 receiver. That means there's going to be 5 blockers and a tailback and the quarterback. So in at quarterback.
Kyle Henderson, number 8.
Now, Kyle is a dynamic athlete. There's a fake,
pitch to
and
the-
it goes right to the tailback, and he goes for 5 yards. That's
Mike
number
Jones.
25, Mike Jones, who's a senior. And so a little trickery right off the bat, Brian.
Yeah, he's a big dude, too. Senior for the Utes, Mike Jones. Quick dude. Picks up about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 now for the Utes. Trips to the near side, single to the far. Henderson in the backfield. Jones to keep him company. Looks to pass, tucks it, and runs. Brought down of a gain about 4.
Well, they gave him a generous spot. His knee hit on the 26-yard line, then his kind of forward fall, and it makes it a short 3rd down and 2. That's, down and distance. They talk about that all the time, Brian.
Yeah.
You want to have makeable down and distance on these latter downs, and 3rd and 2 is definitely makeable. So far, they're making about 4 yards of play. That should help. So 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, 1 in motion. Man in motion is number 10.
Cameron Peterson comes and sets to the near side. Sets his men. Henderson looks to pass, pitches out. That's not
that's
Jones,
a first
number
down. A
4.
lot of room, Brian. He's at the 40. He's at the 50, and he's taken down. That's Cruz Leyva, the senior, all the way down to the 45-yard line. Wow,
Great run.
And that's what you get with that spread motion. Watch it on the replay. They allow 4 linemen get to the quarterback who pitches just before he gets hit, and that lets Cruz just get that corner and that edge, and he's taken down a touchdown-saving tackle by Seth Smith, number 9 for the Warriors.
1st and 10, 45-yard line. Henderson in the shotgun looks to pass this time. Hit as he throws. The ball's intercepted. Number 13.
That's Britton Webster. He's a senior. He's got a lot of room and blockers coming in from behind.
From behind, number 5 drags him
taken down.
Dustin Brakefield saves the touchdown there from behind. Unfortunate play. He had a man open, but hit right. You look, he's looking for that under. The guy doing the quick out. He throws the ball right as he's hit, and it just takes all the wind out of the sails. Number 13 there to receive. Saved by Dustin Brakefield, though. Great job, but returned. They're going to spot the ball at the 20-yard line is where he's brought down, so it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 20 going the opposite way.
That's a 43-yard return after the interception.
A great show, though, on that first series for the offense for the Utes. We'll see what their defense comes up with. Looks like they're set up in about a 5-man front. 5-3. Show and rush.
About the same offensive front the Utes
Oh,
use.
42
Just missing the
catched him.
tackle, number 42 for the
Looked
Utes.
like a hold there on the corner. The line judge doesn't call anything. It looks like the corner was tied up and wasn't able to make that by the receiver.
Yeah, look
We
at
have
Titan Young come. He's unblocked, and he bites too hard. He just goes down, and then putting on the brakes was Chris Polson with a big gain, and he gets the first down.
Tied up.
1st and goal at about, the 4-yard line. Wow.
Yeah.
So
here we go. Looks like a 6-man front. They're showing rush. Up the middle it goes, and he's untouched into the end zone. Number 6.
yeah, that's Chris Polson again. Chris Polson's the only offense so far for the Warriors, and he has 37 yards of offense after it's 20 yards. They got it down to the 20-yard line, and he got 16 yards on the first carry and 4 yards on the second. And there you go, Polson with the touchdown, and the Warriors up early
Up 6.
and quickly.
10 minutes still left in this first quarter. The Warriors leading 6-0. Go for the PAT here. Number 22 to kick, Colton Barber.
Special teams so critical. Let's see if the Utes can force a mistake off the edge.
It's a good kick, and it's up 7-0 here early in the first quarter. But hopefully we get the ball right back. L&L Motor bringing you tonight's game. If you weren't aware of it, Mark, L&L's got a new car dealership here in Vernal. They've been strictly reserved to Roosevelt, but they've branched out and opened a new store here in Vernal, and you can visit them. They carry the Buick and the GM full-service store here. Check them, their new location down by the Dinosaur Museum, right off of 5th East, I believe.
Well, here's the chance for the Utes to bounce back. And when you lose your block, one of the things that's really critical is to you try to yell. Let the quarterback know, I've lost my block. I don't know if there's a code word or you just start hollering.
It's called the lookout block.
Yeah.
You just turn around and say, look out.
Yeah, and Henderson had no idea, came on his blind side, hit as he threw, makes an easy interception for Britton Webster, returned it to the 20-yard line, and from there, Polson does his business. So if they fake the onside kick, this is the Warriors, one of the times it's coming, Brian. It doesn't, you have to be on your toes right here.
Yeah.
One of these times they're going
to try it.
Yep. And right
Back
now,
to receive Kyle Henderson. I believe the other one, Dallin Breaksfield. Back to receive.
Dallin and his brother are twins. Dustin
10 and
Breakfield,
1.
we've called
Cameron
his name.
Peterson. That's who. But kicked out of the end zone, so they'll bring it back to the 20. Spot the ball. 1st and 10 here for the Utes. Like I said, good first showing. I expect big things out of them here in this second again. They just need to, like I said, make sure their assignments are made on that blocking. I think they could have marched down the field for 6, so we'll see what they do this second series.
It's about being mentally tough. When you have the initial, at some point in the game, something bad's going to happen. How do you respond? Here's the Utes' chance to do so here on the 20-yard line.
Henderson in the backfield, looking to pass again, trying to redeem himself, trying to connect with number 25, Mike Jones. Throws to the wrong side, though. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Utes.
It might be fortunate he didn't catch that. Mike was standing just shy of the 20-yard line, and essentially when the ball got there was 3 Warriors surrounding him. Might have been taken down for a loss.
So they'll reset here. Henderson looking at the ball again, gives it to Jones, and he might have scrambled back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. So.
And just yanking on his jersey is Brenton Carlton, the senior. He's 5'8" and weighs 200 pounds.
How much do you think Jones weighs? We don't have stats for him, but I bet he's got to be at least 200 pounds.
And maybe about the same height. But there's just hanging on Brendan by the sleeve of his jersey saying, you're not going anywhere. So a little different look. They've got the one receiver in a kind of a tight end spot. Looking for a pass.
Block. Oh, he connects with number 5 that time. Almost able to keep his feet.
That's a Dustin Breakfield. The
20-yard reception.
The other twin of the Breakfield family. 20-yard reception. And, Brian, it's easy to catch it when it hits you right there.
Yeah, perfect. Mike said thread right between those 2 defensive backs.
Just kind of a seam route where he goes between – that linebacker coming into position and where the over-the-top defensive back is. And then a penalty on top of it.
I didn't catch it.
And so they're going to be
or was it a roughing the passer?
That's a 15-yard variety. So you have the
wow, brings it past midfield here. Great swing for the Utes here. Hometown crowd starting to fill the stands. Spotted the 45-yard, 1st and 10 now for the Utes as they go with that traditional no-huddle offense. They got the little storyboards over there making sense of what the play is to be. Henderson calls the play, sets his man, asks for the ball, looking to pass again. A quick screen pattern, number 5 this time on the reception.
Yeah, Breakfield again on the catch. And he catches it and gets hit pretty hard, but it's for positive yards. It's 4 yards on the first down. And, the Utes, they're picking up the yardage, 5, 10, 15, 20 yards at a time. This is a lot of positive yards. The Utes offense so far, and we saw quite a bit of this action in the red and white game, and so we knew what was coming. But
he gives it up that time. Number 4 brought down for a lot of about 2 that time. Cruz Leba.
Yep, Caleb Gates, number 8, in on the tackle, loses his helmet. And that's one of those just quarterback option. He's trying to read what the end's doing. If the end stays home, then he hands off. If the end bites, then he's supposed to keep it and try to make the edge. Henderson reads that the end stayed home, so he hands off, and then the rest of the down linemen for the Warriors did their job in this case.
3rd down, big third play here for the Utes. They got about 7 yards to go. Spotted at the 42-yard line. Trips to the near side, looking to pass to the near side. Oh, the ball almost tipped off.
Boy, off number 5, Wyatt Perry. Then while it's in the air, just hits number 47 on the helmet, Alex Kennedy, and the Utes just escaped.
I have to watch this replay. I don't know who he was going to. Looked like most of the guys were covered. It might have been the near that number 10 there.
A lot of contact.
Yeah, there was
on that.
Downfield.
It's downfield contact, and whether that gets called or not, but a little bit of a soft route, kind of a behind the route by Cameron Peterson. And he should have gone inside his man, and that's where it looked like Henderson was expecting. So to punt from the 42-yard line, I kind of expected him to go for it.
Fourth down,
here.
bad snap. They talked about special teams. Jump on the ball. Oh, the ball comes loose. Finally brought down. Wow, what a blown play there. 25-yard line is where they're finally going to spot it. I thought the ball was down, but the referee let the ball continue to go. Apparently it wasn't in possession of either player. Bad snap there. Punter trying to make something out of it. Should have just jumped on it. The ball comes out there.
Yeah, McCackney's trying to get out of there with trying to do something with it. He gets creamed, and then David Dillard with the recovery at the 25-yard line.
Well, that was one of the keys to the game we talked about earlier. He said they wanted to focus on their special teams there, and that was one example of something they might need to work on is that snap. Trying to pin them down deep, and now they're the reverse. They're now pinned deep in their own 25-yard line. The ball going up the middle, number 6 that time, brought down by number 5.
And so far, the Warriors have one offensive player. His name's Chris Polson. Has all their yards. It's all running. In this case, it's just a handoff, and it's right up the gut. He goes from the 25 to the 10-yard line. That's 15 yards.
As for the ball, showing rush again. They're putting the pressure on him, but he's finding the holes. This time sweeps around the outside, and he's in for 6, it looks like. Yes. Man, the Utes are giving him great field position. I mean, they're having some great offensive plays, the Warriors are, but they're starting on the 25-yard line. So they're within that red zone almost instantly from touching the ball.
And the Utes have moved it that far. They just start on the 20-yard line instead of our 20-yard line instead of Warriors' 20-yard line.
If you look at the stats here, the Utes have put way more yards under their belt, but the field position for the Warriors have been what's tipped the scales here.
Chris Polson, he has right now 45 yards and 2 touchdowns. It'll be a night he'll remember for a long time. And their kicker has a leg.
14-0, 7:38 left in this first quarter. We'll step aside, have a real quick message from our sponsors, and be right back with more high school football action.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6. Mark Mason and Brian Nielsen. And here with 7:46 left in the first quarter, Snow Canyon leads by 14. And it's just 2 miscues. And right now, Colton Barber, the kicker, he's just putting them in the back of the end zone.
He's almost out of the end zone.
Right. That kid has a leg. Yeah. Wow.
Well, Mark, do you have any plans tomorrow?
No plans tomorrow, Brian, except I think I might go to the conference center.
That's a good place to be because tomorrow at the conference center, the Strata Network's Black Op 3 tournament. Public's invited to come out for this free event. There will be activities for everyone to try out, including virtual reality headsets, Mario Kart, and Super Mario Brothers Bash. And Super Dale and his crew have been down there all day setting this thing up, so it should be quite the ordeal.
32 monitors. They'll have teams of 8 going against each other playing Black Ops. It's here's a big pass.
Oh,
boy,
overthrew him. He was trailing down that sideline.
That was
wide open, number 4.
Number 4, that's Cruz Leyba. Boy, he just put him out in front of him about by 3 yards, and Cruz has got some wheels. I mean, that kid, he can flat out fly.
A little disappointing. He didn't have anybody. It looked like they had 4 guys downfield, and he was wide open.
If he catches that one, that's a ticker tape parade right into the end zone.
Henderson, kind of a bad snap, but gets it, pulls it down, and puts it in the belly of Jones. He rambles for about 8 yards is where they're going to spot it.
They give him 7 officially, so 3rd down and 3, Brian, at the 27-yard line. Right now, the Utes, they clean up the miscues, and, I mean, their offense just looks unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm telling you, on paper, these teams don't seem balanced at all. The Utes have put on way more yards. Hard snap, draws off number 69.
We don't have a 69 for the Warriors, so we'll just leave it as a number. That's the easiest first down the Utes will get all night.
Like I said, the Warriors, more penalties against them in this first quarter, more yards against them in the first quarter, but they're the ones up 14-0. 1st and 10 now for the Utes, 31-yard line. Henderson in the shotgun formation. Jones keeping him company. Looks to pass, rolls out, finds. Good catch by number 11 there. Fingertips.
Corbin Allen. He plays as a tight end, and he is just a tall, and he's got big soft hands. And watch Henderson just lay this one out. And watch this, the one-handed right-hander right there.
Pulls him down, brings it in. Good enough for another Utes first down. Spotted at the 42-yard line. Near midfield, Henderson, the shotgun, trips to the far side. He's going to pitch this time. Again to Cruz Leyba.
Cruz thought that he could cut that back in. Good discipline by number 4, Parker Entz. He just contained until there was help from the outside, and so that's a no gain. And I thought Henderson might have held on to that just a little longer.
Yeah.
You know, he pitched that before people committed to him.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, he got to draw a few tackles before he gets rid of it. Try this again in the same formation. Cruz in the backfield this time. High snap, brings it down, looks deep.
Ooh.
Connects.
Right about first yard distance, and yes, it's about a yard.
Number 5, Dustin Brakefield on the reception. Be good enough. See where they spot this. I think it's good enough for a first down or very close to it.
Watch Brakefield just sit. He just sits down right into that little opening, and you know he's going hard. So Parker Entz is running. He sits down into that little gap, and then right on the numbers, pass from Henderson. Wow, that's just pretty football. I don't care what team you play for.
Past midfield now for the Utes. 1st and 10. High snap again. Rolls it down. Jones shakes the first tackle, cuts it back in.
He's a tank.
Oh, man, you don't see that very often.
He's a beast. He's just a he-man.
Watch this replay. He has the opportunity to kick it out to the left to get some open field. That big guy decides to cut it back inside. He wants to hit somebody. Like there, he could have stayed to the left. I'm going to go back inside. I want to hit somebody.
Jones turns on his inner beast mode and picks up 6 on the first down. Make that 7, 2nd and 3. Leyba going out the edge. Leyba looks like he's got the first.
First, and then some.
Boy, and Leyba's ticked off.
For a hold on that far side, but
Leyba just had the edge when they got his ankles, Brian. What a run! And what good play calling. You're mixing up kind of the hammer and the lightning. You know, you got Jones is the hammer. He's just going to go up the middle, and then you give it to Leyba to see if he can get the edge with his speed.
Yeah, very balanced attack for the Utes tonight. Like I said, keeping them honest, going to the air, then giving it back to Jones. Going to the air again this time. He's got his time, has a man open. Connects the 22-yard line.
I believe it was Cameron Peterson on the catch. And right now the Utes are doing a really good job, Brian, of finding those little holes in the defense. Watch what Peterson does if the camera stays on him. Here's the pass from Henderson. Cameron just finds a nice little spot, and there's not a Warrior within 5 yards of when he catches. they're running routes to the holes instead of running a designated route. And I really like that. They're finding the way that where the defense is giving them spots to go to.
22-yard reception there. The Utes marching here near the mid mark of this first quarter. They're down 14-0, looking to capitalize on this play. They've called a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be right back to see if they can put it in the end zone.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6 here at Uintah High School, where the Utes are marching on the Snow Canyon Warriors at the 16, 17-yard line, and the Utes doing it at will. Here's a handoff to Leba.
Woo! Puts his head down and drives. I think they're going to give him about 5 yards, maybe a little less. Nope.
You don't want to call Leba undersized because he doesn't play that way.
No. No, he might not be heavy as the other guys, but.
Because that's a tough man that is going to duck his head on the middle linebacker and make contact instead of
Well, they put him in the backfield with Jones now, kind of going to pulled one of the receivers in. Give him some protection. He's got somebody in the end zone, doesn't find him smartly, tucks it and runs, looking to the end zone, and he falls in for 6.
That's a touchdown by Henderson, and he does it from the 12-yard line. And Henderson made the smart play this time, Brian.
Like I said,
Nobody
don't throw
open.
it away. I was holding my breath hoping that he wouldn't throw that, force that ball smartly, tucks it. They're looking, he looks to the right. That was his first option. Fakes it, finds there's 4 guys on him, tucks it, and runs. He had a downfield blocker, number 4 there, Cruz. Tucks it up, takes one in the ribs right there, but falls in for the 6.
Cruz Leba got spun around like a top, but he made 2 key blocks with that one spin.
Good kick there.
And there's McCackney with the extra point, and the Utes offense gets on track, now down 14-7. And, if you don't give the Warriors the ball on your own 20-yard line, I bet the defense has a little bit better chance.
Like I said, they needed that. They needed to capitalize, put all that play together. It chomped up, what did we say? We came back in at 7. That cut about 3 or 4 minutes off the clock and at least 80 yards. So tonight's game brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. They have 2 great orthopedic surgeons. One of them is Dr. Burke Young, who has years of experience. Unfortunately, I have a first-name basis with Burke now. And Dr. Adam Matson, new to the Ashley Regional Medical Center. Little key to the game here, Mark, you might know, but Adam Matson, who actually was the quarterback at Uintah High during his high school years. So we find these people who have been in the basin, they go out, gain an education, and come back and make this place a little better place to live. So I thank Ashley Regional Medical Center for bringing us tonight's game.
Wow, and Brian, that was an incredible play by Henderson. And on the replay, I know it's long past, but he had patience. Did you see him put his hand on the blocker in front of him and wait for the block to be secured before he broke the corner?
Yep.
It's just a headsy play. I had a chance to coach that young man in basketball.
Ooh, McCackney's got a foot of his own.
Yeah, McCackney says, hey, everything you can do, I can do better. And he puts it on the end line. Anyway, with Henderson, he was just a smart basketball player. I could tell him, I could drop a new play in the huddle, and he would be one of the 2 or 3 kids that could run it perfectly well. And there's always the 1 or 2 that don't really know what's going on. Yeah, but that kid's smart, and the patience there paid off. 12-yard run, impressive drive for the Utes. They mixed it in the air, on the ground, up the middle, around the edge. Just good discipline on the offense.
Well, this is some field position the Warriors are not used to, back deep in their own territory. 20-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. 1st and 10. They're in the shotgun formation. Going to give it to number 6. I don't think anybody else has touched the ball yet but him.
And that's the first neutral or negative play that he's had all game. And if I'm in the huddle, I'm the middle linebacker, I'm calling out number 6's name, because so far the Warriors have 1 play. Hand it to Chris Polson. And this time, sniffing it out, number 43, Hunter Wheeler, outside linebacker, comes in and makes it no gain on 1st down.
Trips to this near side. Going for the hard snap.
Oh,
Bad
over
snap.
his
Get
head.
on the ball. It's going to be a safety.
And he
Kicks it out of bounds. Kicks it out of bounds there.
It's a penalty for the kick.
Safety.
Which might be that might be enforced on the kickoff. So we have a safety for the Utes. That's just 2 points. And let's see what happens. The flag is on the field.
I'm going to say we'll have to see what this replay shows. If there was something else, like I said, they'll probably be enforced on the kickoff. This game brought to you tonight by Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938. Owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, and they're not privately owned. Providing power to the area since 1938, and you can find them on Facebook.
So now the Utes down 14-9, and they're poised to get excellent field position. Well, every year I say I'm going to know what the prep rules are here, Brian. In the pros, you have the chance to punt it or kick it. You know, the punt you can do from closer. But it looks like the kick is going to happen at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so.
Now, the kicker has an amazing leg, so I expect this ball to go to the 20 or the 15-yard line of the Utes. And back to receive it, I believe we have, boy, the sun's right in our eyes. I think it's Labor.
Cameron Peterson is one of them, and Dallin Brakefield.
Okay.
Like I said, we'll see what their return skills are. They finally can get the ball fielded. Here.
So he has his place kicking tee on the field. So not a punt. It will be kicked from the 20-yard line.
And they're not even going to attempt the onside or the fake.
Well, you know, be careful here, because they're not going to show it.
Yeah.
You know, what if they just did a little pooch kit to the 40-yard line? There's nobody there for the Utes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, spread out deep. 23 to kick for the Warriors. He's setting up. Will kick deep. It's going to be fielded about the 25-yard line.
Boy, he didn't get much of a leg on this one. Fielded by Brakefield. He's at the 43, 45, and that's where he'll get taken down. Right at the 45-yard line. So the Utes, boy, a really short field compared to where they've been before, Brian.
Well, this has been a tale of two halves so far. That first half of the first quarter definitely going all the Warriors' way. This one, the Utes have got some wind under their sails. That play was brought to you by Savage Services. Savage family founded the company in 1947 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. Today, they're a leader in the supply chain management solutions and tailored to meet the needs of customers across a variety of industries. I'd like to thank Savage Services for their sponsorship tonight.
Henderson.
Throws that ball, but it's fielded. Was that by number 4?
Well,
no, that's
number 5 went up in the air. That's going to be Dustin
4.
Brakefield, and he tapped it
Cruz
to
Leba?
Cruz Leba. Watch this
Was
replay.
it a tap or what? Let's see. This, if it's a tap, it's a heads-up play. Cruz, I think he went up to.
Oh, he pushed
it. It was a quick. It was a pit. It was a ladder.
Unbelievable. And then Cruz Leba gets to the 50-yard line. Wow, 5 yards on first down makes the playbook get wide open, Brian. And what a heads-up play. That looked like a design play. I'm going to have to talk to the coaches.
I think it was. I think because Leba was right. He was almost conveniently too close to the ball, so I think it was a set play. I'm sure it was meant to be caught first, but regardless.
So there's holding for the Utes. It'd be the first penalty for the Utes. No, he says illegal formation. So that's just a 5-yard penalty. And that's...
I'd imagine they're going to decide if they're going to accept it.
So
they will accept it.
Yeah, there goes the positive yard, so it makes it 2nd and 10. Well, the Utes pretty mistake-free game as far as the penalties go, being their only the first penalty of the game, Brian.
Yeah,
if
like
5 yards, not a big deal.
Pretty smart. Henderson in the shotgun. Oh, a hard snap draws the nose tackle off there. So they'll get that back.
Yeah, we'll just back and forth. Here we go, round and round. Where we stop, nobody knows. Brendan Carlton, that's his 2nd penalty of the game, I believe. Number 57 for the Warriors.
2nd and 5 again, right at midfield. Henderson in the shotgun. He's got double this near side, tight into the far side, looking to cruise, but connects to number 1. The ball comes loose. I don't think he had possession of the ball.
And he's saying I didn't have it. He stands up without any pursuit. And on the return is
13.
Webster. Webster gets it all the way down. And there's going to be
flags all over the play.
There's going to be blocks in the back. And let's see on the replay if he had possession.
Number 5 coming off the play.
Brakefield catch. And I don't think he ever had it. It was coming down on his hip. And boy, number 5.
Dude, he got rocked.
Yes,
he still shook up. I think it's his collarbone. He's stinger there.
Yeah, they've got him helmet off. He's on the bench, but boy, that's just a tough hit. So
penalty against the Warriors, though. They're going to march the ball back. Snow Canyon, so they're going to call it a fumble recovery. The play was from the spot of the foul, and they marched him back. So they're going to take possession on the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. The 3rd turnover for the Utes so far. 2:22 left in this first quarter.
There's a handoff.
Number 6, he's turning and burning.
I sure would like the Utes to find number 6 on the field, and there he goes.
Man.
What a special runner,
Whoa,
Olsen.
brought down.
He goes from the 37-yard line, and they're going to mark him down, it looks like, at the 21-yard line. So quick math, Brian, do you want to give me, what's that?
10, 20, 30, 40, almost 50 yards.
47-yard return, or kick, or run. Polson, wow.
Big play, like you said. Looks like they're going to call a timeout on the Warriors. 2:12 left in this first quarter. The Utes trailing 9-14. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with more high school football action.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
And we're back here at VTV Channel 6, where Snow Canyon Warriors have 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line of the Utes after the big run by Polson. And back to the action, Brian.
The Utes needed a defensive stance here. Oh, he draws the ball down. Number 1 there for the Warriors, Matt Kitchen. He didn't know, he almost like he wanted to get rid of it, but his running back outstepped him. And finally, just fall on the ball. So a great play for the Utes there. Loss of about 3 on the play. 2nd and 13 in the shotgun. Looking to pass. He has a man in the end zone.
Oh, Kitchen trying to hook up with Nowatzki. Hits him in the hands, and that's all you can do as a quarterback, but a little too much zest on it. And unfortunately for the Utes, Nowatzki could not bring that in. Brings up a big 3rd down here, Brian.
Yeah, we need a big defensive stance here. This would do great things going into the 2nd quarter here for the Utes. We'll see if they can hold them here. 3rd and 13. Ball on the 25-yard line. Within striking distance for the Warriors. Looks to pass.
Kitchen again.
He's got pressure. He's going to run it. Brought down. Great job by the defensive line and the linebacker staying home. That quarterback had lots of time, but was able to tuck it and run.
Well, I'll tell you what the key to that play is. Hunter Wheeler, the outside linebacker, he's looking in the backfield trying to see what's going to happen, and he doesn't blow his assignment. He's just watching, and when the quarterback finally breaks, after he goes right to to where the runner's going, and clean contact and brings him down in one. Doesn't let him get past him, doesn't slip the tackle, just takes him down.
Kicking team coming onto the field. It's 4th down and 10 on the 22-yard line. 32-yard kick. Well, actually, that's where the ball is spotted, so we'll add another 5 onto that.
So they're going to kick, and we know that he can kick it from there. It's Colton Barber. He's got a heck of a leg. But that's still a long distance for the prep level. It looks like it's going to drift left.
To left.
Utes dodge a bullet.
Great defensive stance there by the Utes. That play brought to you by the University of Utah. Be an Aggie in the Uintah Basin. There's no need to go to Logan. You can just do it right here. No matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words, Utah State University. Visit uintahbasin.usu.edu for details. A great staple of the community, Utah State University, down here on Aggie Boulevard. So the Utes will take over on downs there after the failed kick. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Henderson in the shotgun formation. Jones in the backfield. Trips to the near side. Looking to the near side. Tucks it and run. Jones downfield blocking. Henderson shakes the first tackle. Brought down. Gain of about 7, 8 on the play.
Design keeper run for the quarterback. He holds, he looks, and then he takes off running. And like you say, big block by Jones. And Henderson, I always hate that.
The knees, that's what I was worried. He popped right up, but man.
Boy.
Those knees are young and flexible.
Yeah, when you're 16, 17 years old, I guess your knee bends in that way, but it can only do it a few times.
Yeah, not a 35 or 40-year-old, huh? They don't bend that way anymore.
So here's going to be a timeout by the
end of the first quarter.
Switch
sides.
We're going to take a break here at VTV 6. We'll be right back at the beginning of the second quarter.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Welcome back to VTV 6 here at the start of the second quarter. Utes dodge a bullet on the turnover.
Screen play there. Going to Cruz Leyba. Doesn't look like he got any yards.
Got to the
maybe 1 yard.
They gave him about we'll say he got 3/4 of a yard on that catch. So
big third and about 2 now for the Utes.
I've been impressed with the holes that the offensive line has created.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you're going to see Jones here create an even bigger one. Go for the hard snap, don't have it. Look again.
Here's the play call.
Coach calls a new play.
Hey,
that play clock's got to be running down.
They've got, here's the 5-second count right now, and there's the penalty.
There it goes.
Well,
got to get that play off.
They went for the hard count. It's worked twice.
Yeah.
So why not try it for a third time? It's Snow Canyon, the Warriors have learned from their mistakes. And the Utes there have to have an alternate play already.
Yeah. If the play doesn't work, you set up. You don't wait for the coach to call a new one. But this timeout brought to you by B&D RV Center. B&D RV Center is a proud sponsor of VTV's coverage of high school football action. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, B&D will assist you in your purchase. Stop in at 1570 West Highway 40 in Vernal to check out the on-the-lot inventory.
Now that's a pretty cool shot on your screen. the Utes student body with the sun right behind the flag, and they're here to play. I'm not sure if they're here to watch a football game, but
they're here.
Yeah,
that's all that counts. Doesn't matter for what reason, as long as they cheer, we'll keep them. So they're reset now, 3rd down.
Kind of does your heart good when you see two of your sons out in that student body.
Oh, yeah?
Two Mason Juniors there in the student body supporting the home team. So the Utes got a timeout called here, Brian, so it was not loss of yardage. Still 3rd and about 2 yards to go.
See, Jones there is the lead blocker. He's looking to pass. He's going to go deep to number 11. Catches him.
What a play, Corbin Allen. That play had 3 options. Beautiful play call by the offensive coaches for the Utes. It was a keeper for Henderson, Jones on the short route, or Corbin Allen on the long pass.
Look at all the Warriors that bit right on that middle and left the receivers wide open. Everybody, including me, thought Jones was going to be the lead blocker, and they were going to just go for the 3 yards.
I am telling you, that was beautiful football. There was 3 options for Henderson. He chose the big one, and here the Utes with 1st down at the 47-yard line, and Jones met by a host of Warriors, including number 52, Miles Reynolds. He's a sophomore. Of course, I call his name. He was the last one there. Everyone else did the dirty work, and he got the glory.
He got a pile on top.
Yeah.
Tonight's game also brought to you by Robinson Dental. It's a proud sponsor of ETV's coverage of high school football action. Call and schedule an appointment today. Look forward to seeing you and your beautiful smile.
Henderson keeper. Henderson.
Oh,
boy. None. And if he just could have slipped the tackle of Tucker Lamoureux, he had 2 blockers. They went through the A and B gaps way out ahead. He would have had a lot of real estate to work with.
Yeah.
Wow.
3rd and 12 now for the Utes, near in midfield, about the 47-yard line is where the ball will be spotted.
Yeah, you talk about assignment football. Lamoureux just stayed in his gap, stayed on his assignment, and got the quarterback. So
Henderson the shotgun, Jones, 2 to the near, 2 to the far. Looking to pass to his far side. Hits number 11. Gain of about 5 on the play.
Corbin Allen having a big night tonight, and he's got those big, soft hands. Not enough here. Brings up 4th and 5, and on comes McCackney, the kicking team.
They're going to see if they can pin him down. Looking for a better snap this time around. That last punt didn't go the way they wanted.
One of the hardest positions in football is the long snapper.
It is.
It just is hard. You've got pressure.
Much better snap. Ball gets away, almost blocked.
Yeah, in on the pressure was
out about the
Jaden
22.
Lacayo. And that ball just drifts out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 25-yard line. And so the Utes dodge the bullet, miss the, they're down 14-9, have the turnover. The Warriors get to the 20-yard line, miss the field goal. So that's just a positive possession no matter what happens. You trade field position from your 20-yard line to their 25-yard line. Great possession by the Utes.
Yeah, first time the turnover didn't end up in points on the board. So a feather in their cap to the Utes here as they take over now on defense. Oh, bad snap. Was able to pull it in. Gives it a number 4 this time. Great team tackling by the Utes.
Boy,
number 53, I think, was in on the tackle that time. Blake Alsip. Great job by the defensive line to swarm that ball. Brings up 2nd and 12 now for the Warriors. 22-yard line. We got 8:52 left in the second quarter. Ball snaps, looking to pass this time. Has a man downfield. 32 has his man outstripped, and he connects. The ball comes loose, though, and it goes out of bounds. He bobbles the ball. They're calling a no catch. Had his man outstripped by about 2 yards.
Tay Washington, the 6-foot junior for Snow Canyon, on the bump and run, and he's so wide open. All he has to do is just let this thing just fall into his hands, and it's a bobble. Yeah, he never really had possession.
That great play or great break for the Utes, because that was a 40, 50-yard reception.
Wow. Talk about dodging bullets. The Utes living on their 9th life already here in the second quarter.
Screenplay. Order number 6, a familiar number. Cuts it back to the middle. Finally drug down.
Oh, I think he's
just
short
shy.
of the first down.
Yeah, it's going to be shy. They're going to spot that ball just a yard shy. So 4th down.
Boy, he got 11.5 yards. He needed 12. Boy, you just got to know where Polson is on the field. You just have to have somebody following him. A little block in the back, coming up. Could have been there earlier was number 32.
It looks like they're calling the punting team over. Looks like they were going to call a punt. Maybe look for the fake here.
Clock is ticking. So out they go. And in. Yeah,
they will
do
line
have
up
a
for the
punt
punt
formation, and the punter is Bodhane. He's a senior. But here's they just barely got it off. And there's a good deep kick. Leba going over to get it. He probably ought to just get away from this
Yeah, it's
one.
going out of bounds. Good. Oh, my goodness. It was out of bounds, and then it bopped.
Boy, it just turned the corner.
What a great punt.
Down to the 8-yard line of the Utes. And, wow, Bodhane.
73-yard punt with the roll. Pin the Utes deep in their own territory. The ball spotted at the 8-yard line. 7:37 left in this second quarter. The Utes still trailing 9-14.
Well, he kicked that, 16 yards plus 42, so that's a 58-yard kick. Wow. Special teams.
Henderson in the backfield. He's got his protection this time. Jones and Leba there to protect him. He gets the ball across the middle. Oh, I thought it was contact early.
Little bit of
the
contact.
Backfield
It
judge.
was questionable. Nobody on it. Dustin Brakefield hit as the ball was going over his hands.
I thought he was hit prior to that ball.
Here we have it on high definition replay here on the L&L Motor replay.
I don't know. I probably would have thrown. Ball. Yeah, I was going to say I probably would have thrown that flag, but probably judged it uncatchable. 2nd and 10 now. This time going to Cruz, kind of a crossbuck. Fake to Jones, gives it to Cruz. He rolls out for a gain about 9.
Look at Cruz Leba. I mean, the guy he's absolutely fearless. He's not afraid of contact. And in fact, it almost looks like he's looking for it.
Oh, the original line judge spotted it at the 9, but they moved it back. The other judge overpower him, so it's about 3rd and 3 now instead of 3rd and 1.
Leba still on his feet. Oh,
finally crushed to the ground.
Boy, and he is close if he's not on the first down marker.
He shook up that time. He had some big Warriors jump on him.
Boy, and he ran into the back of his own defender. His momentum would have, or his own blocker.
Now we are 4th and 1.
Gave him the first down, but just bad luck there for the Utes.
McCackney coming out on the field to punt. He'll set up about the 3-yard line. They need a good snap here, or we're going to have another safety on our hands. McCackney calling for the ball. Good snap. Gets the ball away.
Just
kind of a low roller.
Get a little bounce for the Utes. No,
it's sits.
Down to the 42-yard line.
Sits about the 42-yard line. The Warriors will take over now. 42-yard line of the Utes. 6:09 left in the second quarter.
Well, McCackney had plenty of time that time. He got a low line drive, and the ball, as you know, Brian, you've played football. You never can tell what that bounce is going to do.
Yeah, and we do have a little bit of wind picking up. He kicked in the wind, so that might have took a little bit off of it. Got about 5 or 10 miles an hour now, whipping those flags of the Utes as the sun just crests the hill over there. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 39-yard line. Oh, almost taken down in the backfield. Was able to scramble. I believe that was number 1, the quarterback for the Warriors.
No, they did hand it off to Chris Polson.
Okay.
And tackler, well, I think it was Sterling Tomeno that got in on that tackle. Number 20, he's a senior. And just follow 6, please.
Yeah, there we go, 6 elite blocker. Number 1 keeps it. He rumbles for about a gain of 4. It'd be 3rd and about 3 where they spot this ball.
And Tomeno again in on the tackle. So getting his number called a couple of times.
Trips to this near side.
You know, Tomeno's playing the...
oh, there it goes. Polson right up the middle. He'll get the first down.
Got the first down, 4 yards. And as quick as he is, just contain him. I'll be happy with a first down and 4 yards. Just don't give him 30.
Don't give him the big play.
Brakefield in on that tackle.
A new first down, set of downs here for the Warriors. 30-yard lines where the ball will be spotted. Snap looking to pass this time. Has a man downfield. Oh, and he come in and caught it.
Oh, he caught it. No, he says it hit the deck.
Hit the ground.
Hit the deck, and the Utes. Boy, that's number 35 for the...
we'll have to watch this on the L&L replay
Brooks
here.
Sampson, in high definition, we're going to see what the referees can't see, and maybe the bodies will block it. On the numbers, no, he had to dive for it.
Yeah. I can't see from that angle, but it looked like...
Ooh, it was bobbling on the ground, and it might be the right call. The Utes, nobody on the home team is going to complain about that. There's a handoff. It goes to number 13, Webster. Webster gets cornered.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, they're going to get number 83 at the hold. Yeah, that's the receiver, Tyson DeLand. And he's trying to seal that end and got too much backside.
And number 78 was over there as well. But I think it will be a hold. They'll bring that ball back.
So penalties on the game. So far, the Snow Canyon Warriors have 20 yards in penalties, including that 10-yarder. And the Utes only have 5, so discipline from the Utes. Right now, the only thing keeping the Utes from dominating this game is turnovers. Something to watch for.
2nd and 14. Looking to pass again across the middle.
Oh, could have been picked. Right on the action was Brakefield, and that thing was a laser.
Yeah, it was there. Dustin Brakefield almost comes down with it, like I said. It had to thread the needle there. Turns around, loses his feet. His own teammate knocked him out, but knocks it down
Nowatzki was the intended receiver, and Kitchen threw it over everybody, and he threw his fastball. So that brings up 3rd down and 13, Brian. 14. 3rd and 14. Number 6.
Look for number 6.
Is not in the backfield. I don't know if he's gone out with a little bit of an injury.
Oh, downfield.
Pressure,
the ball
fumble!
comes loose.
Oh,
great job. Number
recovered.
32 there caused that some Brandon Giles.
And I think it's Mamiya that got the recovery. It is the big fella, number 60. Mamiya! Mamma mia!
Brandon Giles, he just gets a hand right there on the ball, just enough to pop it out. Number 1 shooken up on the play.
That's Kitchen, and you noticed that Polson was out as well, so their 2 playmakers have a little bit of stingers.
Matt Kitchen shooken up. I didn't see if it was his foot. If it almost looks like Giles stepped on his foot and stripped the ball, but
might have been. He is angry. Let's see if we can pull up the L&L Motor replay and see what happened on the injury. They are working on his right leg. It
looks
appears.
like Giles. Watch his foot. I think he gets stepped on, and
coming
when the
around,
ball got stripped, maybe his ankle rolled at the same time.
Here comes. He
right there.
I think he did it to himself, and he's got his knee right away.
Stumbling back.
That's not good. Oh, your heart goes out to the Kitchen. He's avoiding the pressure, and his feet slip, and immediately goes to that right knee. They are working it right now, and he's got some mobility in it, but he does not look happy. We're going to take a break here on this injury timeout. We'll be right back here at Uintah High School.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
We're back here at Uintah High School here on VTV Channel 6. And under his own power is Kitchen, but he's definitely hurt, and they're working on that right knee.
Yeah, that non-brace knee. Looks like he already had some problems with his left knee. He got a brace on that one.
Boy, and your hearts go out to him and his family. Hopefully that young man recovers quickly, gets back out on the field. Utes, first turnover for Snow Canyon of the game. They did have the missed kick turnover on downs, but this first turnover on third down. Utes at the 40-yard line.
Oh, looking to the left.
Oh!
He airs it out.
Oh, it's caught!
It's an
caught!
arm wrestle. I don't know.
Simultaneous possession goes to the home team, and it's caught by number 1, Dallin Brakefield. And that's down to the...
Great job. Like you
Wow,
said, it's
what a
simultaneous. They both had possession. It came into a wrestling match. And that time, Dallin Brakefield comes down with the ball. He just aired that out and was just hoping a prayer that it would come down to his teammate. Look at, they're still fighting over it. Still fighting over it. And like you said, I think they came down with it.
Brakefield with a 40-yard reception. First play after the turnover. The Utes in the red zone. What a pass. Well, you know, I'm going to say, Kyle Henderson, that was a great play, but I'm not sure if it was a great pass.
I think he just threw it up and started praying because, like I said, it was a great job by Dallin to get in position to catch that ball, and then it, like I said, just came into a tug of war. I think you're going to have a timeout here for the Utes. They're going to talk things over, see if they can punch it into the end zone. 3:52 left in the second quarter. We'll have a quick timeout. Be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6. Mark Mason, Brian Nilsson, and the fans they have a treat here tonight, Brian. Back and forth. Snow Canyon was up 14-0 with only 5 minutes gone in the game, and the Utes buttoned down the hatches, and now they're in the red zone. They could take the lead right here on this possession.
Look into the end zone. He airs it out again. Number 10 that time wasn't able to bring down Cameron Peterson. Is that who was number 10?
Explain to me why you can have Caleb Gates make contact and and make that contact out of bounds with the receiver, and there's not a call.
Yeah, he pushed him out. I don't know if it was going to be the ball was uncatchable again, if that's what the refs are premising their calls on, but it'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the 20-yard line for the Utes. Giving to Jones this time. Oh, rocked right as he... Oh, and the helmet comes off there.
Boy, and they're going to...
There's a flag.
I think they might call an unnecessary roughness on that hit. Is that going to be a holding?
I don't know. They
called
called it
in the backfield of the Utes. So, interesting. So, here's the initial stack up right here.
This might be a hold.
There's the hold, yeah. If that's what they're calling, there's a hold.
No, it's against the Warriors. 5-yard penalty.
It's a face mask penalty. Is that what it is?
Wouldn't that be more than 5?
Well, it might be an incidental one, just one that grazes the face mask. So I heard it on the loudspeakers. One of the disadvantages we have at VTV6 with the change at Coach Belcher Stadium is now they face the other side away from us, so we don't get to see what the referees call. the loudspeakers called face mask.
Looking
Go
to the
with
end
that.
zone. Cuts across.
Oh!
Catches him, number
touchdown,
1.
Brakefield!
Great slant pattern there. Dallin Brakefield looks to his right and then goes to his left. Like I said, that quick slant pattern across. Like I said, watch him. He'll look to his right just to draw off the defense. Quickly back to his left. He gets that quick slant pattern. Catches him right in stride. Great catch and throw there.
Oh, and down Brakefield just heads up. Puts the hands underneath the ball as he goes down so there's no contact with the field. What a catch.
McCackney, the kick is up and good. It looked like there were some offsides,
Boy,
but no flags.
There was 3 of them through the gaps before it looked like the ball was even in the hands of the holder. McCackney, calm, poised. He puts it up and through. And the Utes, Brian, take a lead
The pendulum
here.
has swung the other way. 16-14 now, up by 2. 3:32 left in this first half of play. The Utes starting to roll now, showing a different side. Like I said, it's been a tale of 2 quarters here.
Well, the difference in the game right now is the safety. So we've had miscues on both sides, both on snaps. We've had some issues, some turnovers. But the Utes, what we saw early, Brian, was the ability to move the ball with a variety of playmakers.
Yeah, like
right now they have
way more dynamic.
When you have the seasons that we've had in the past where there's 1 or 2 dynamic players, it's a little easier for a defense to cue off. Right now you have 2 Brakefield brothers doing their thing. You got Corbin Allen, you got Cruz Leyba, you got Mike Jones, you got Henderson. It's really hard for a defense because they can't cue off on one of those guys. And credit goes to the Ute coaches having the boys ready early here in the season. We see this in the red and white game, but they're playing it against each other.
Yeah, they don't.
So you don't know for
Don't
sure
know how they're going to react to an actual opponent. McCackney set up on the 40-yard line, see if he can put it in the end zone again. Kind of a squid kick.
Oh, it's on purpose, and it's just taking a knee. Is number 59, Spencer Snow, and why not take a chance? They got 3:32. And, they gave them a field position at the 42-yard line. Well, the Snow Canyon Warriors have had position like that all game long anyway, so why not take a chance?
Well, like you said, I think they're pretty sure of their defense at this point right now in the second quarter, and they're saying, let's give them some better field position. I think we can hold them and keep them from scoring before the half. 1st and 10 for the Warriors, 42-yard line. Hands off to number 6 again, or number 13.
Yeah,
excuse me.
This is Britton Webster, and it's 6. That's Chris Polson. Has not, the last 2 possessions, has not been in the backfield. I don't know if this is designed, if they're saying, hey, it's not a region game, let's get some other guys some.
Yeah, the kitchen might have scared them a little bit because you don't want your star players to get hurt when it's not so much on the line.
Oh, and a big tackle for a loss. And in on that tackle is number 32, Brandon Giles. And he is jacked up. Look at him, comes in, and there's the initial contact and hit by Brody Franks, and then Giles cleans up the mess. And, boy, the Utes really teeing off right now. And you got the backup quarterback, Austin Staheli. And Staheli
throws it over. He had number 11 wide open that time, Zach.
Yeah, Nowatzki was open, and that ball was over his head. So
Polson back in the game that time in the backfield, but they're going to pull him out again as the kicking team takes the field.
So
2:51.
Another 3 and out for the defense. That's their second 3 and out that they've held the Snow Canyon Warriors to. And Leyba sets up Ryan on about the 11-yard line. Plenty of leg to get it that deep. No pressure at all, setting up the return, it looks like.
Fair catch. Oh, it goes out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this ball. Hopefully the 15. They're going to say about the 12.
And Bodine is having a heck of a night as a kicker. He had 1 down at the 8-yard line and 1 at the 13-yard line. I mean, if your job is to kick, loneliest position on the field, right, Brian? You might as well do your job well. And Bodine for the Warriors is having a great night.
And that wind's helping him. Like I said, we're now at about a steady 5-mile-an-hour wind, so he's kicking with the wind. So those are definitely helping him.
Could be more than that. The flags are basically standing at attention. So And we started just before the game started. It was calm as could be, and here's the wind. So
1st and 10 for the
Leyba.
Utes. Leyba to
Leyba.
the far side, rambles for about gain of 5 on the play. 6.
They put him down at the 18, 19-yard line, so 6 yards.
2nd and 4 for the Utes. 2:24 left in this half of play. Shout out all the loyal Ute fans coming out to root their team on.
Henderson
Decides was gonna pitch to Cruz, and Cruz was open. Opts to
watch this replay. Here he looks.
Should have got right there.
He just kept it, but if he had pitched it, and you see Leyba understood what the missed opportunity was. Well, Cruz Leyba, you'll get another opportunity, young man. I've also coached Cruz Leyba in basketball, and I had him in a point guard position. Boy, another smart player. Always did the right thing with the ball. And he had
3rd down here. Gonna throw a pass. Oh, wide open. Can he catch it? Oh, in stride. Number 4 there.
Here's your second chance. Do you have the wheels to get to the end zone?
Dragged down at the 10-yard line. The ball's going to be spotted at the 8.
Wyatt Perry saves the touchdown, but an incredible throw right underneath Leyba from Henderson. And I told you, Cruz, that you'd have another opportunity. Well, young man, there it is. Look at this throw.
75-yard pass. Check this out. Like I said, catches him perfectly in stride. Those over-the-shoulder catches are hard to get the high knees up. Oh, but drugged down right at the 8-yard line. 75-yard completion. Big play there for the Utes. 1st and goal, spotted at the 8-yard line.
Wow. Wyatt Perry, what a rundown, huh, Brian?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Henderson decides to keep. Oh, and he's going to lose a yard.
Trying to do something on that last possession. He had a similar touchdown run. Trying to repeat that. They got time. They got the downs. They got 50 seconds left on the clock.
Clock is ticking. They look in. It's 45 seconds left right now. Going to take their time. They have 3 downs to get it in. I don't know if they go for a field goal, Hill, Brian, or just try to.
Like I said, I think they have that option. That's why they're not rushed to push it in, because they know they have the kicking team.
High, and it's caught.
Oh, man, great job. This offensive passing game is unbelievable for the Utes.
Wow, Darren Brakefield with the 2nd touchdown of the game. He went up high and caught that, and the Brakefield brothers having a heck of a ball game. And Henderson, he's like a poised pocket passer, Brian.
Yeah.
He's looking off and then finding his receiver, knowing where they're going to be and putting the ball right on the money. Wow, and Henderson, Brakefield with just poised, catching it with contact in the end zone.
Yeah, he
twice.
threw that ball before he even broke. McCackney, the ball's blocked. Get on the ball.
That's a dead
ball there.
Yep.
27 seconds, like I said, just perfect. Caught him right in stride. He threw that ball before he broke. Perfect play there by the Utes. Puts them up 22-14. 27 seconds left in this first half of play. We'll be right back after word from our sponsors with the wrap-up of this first half.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
We're back here at the Uintah High School where the Utes now lead the Snow Canyon Warriors 22-14. And Brian, that block PAT could be a big thing. Now it's a one score lead. They can get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. Something to watch for special teams. And there's looks like an intentional squib just to keep it on the ground. And, a lot of Utes on the ground right now, so it could be dangerous.
There's a flag coming in.
Holding. That'll be at the 24-yard line, so that'll take him back.
Number 5 that time. Shooken up on the play. Dustin Brakefield still on the ground.
He's holding his lower leg.
He got rocked. There's quite a few players, like you said.
Boy, and we cannot afford. Yeah, he's going to his ankle. Let's
see, he's in about the midfield.
So Dallin Brakefield gets the tackle, but it's not Dallin, it's Dustin that's injured. And here is the...
He's on the ground right there, that big guy. Might have got his knee turned out underneath him.
Well, he tapped his ankle.
Yeah, he's limping off with his ankle.
He's not.
Brakefield brothers have been a big key to tonight's game.
Boy, and there's Dallin over to make sure his brother's okay. And back out on the field. Just hopping. Right immediately went to his ankle.
Yeah.
Kind of keep an eye on that, see if we can get an update later in the game. So
the penalty again, I brought him back 15 yards.
20 seconds left. They got to go to the air. And no, they just hand off. And sure, why not? They give it to back in the game as Chris Polson.
He's out of bounds, so the clock will stop there.
So 14, nearly 15 seconds left. And the Utes in a deep prevent, so you're going to have kind of like a cover 3 where they have, boy, a lot of confusion.
Yeah, they don't want to give anything away. Don't want to give any big plays up here with just seconds left in this.
Well, they got
first
Leba
half.
and Peterson way back. They have 4 down linemen, and the linebackers are playing about 5 yards off. So they're willing to concede some running yards. Just don't give them the big pass play.
Get back. Turn your shoulder now. Ooh, the ball was on the ground. Yep.
Yeah, we heard that hit. And Tay Washington was the intended receiver. Tay, you'll remember, had that deep pass that he bobbled and finally off his hip. So
8 seconds left. Going to the air, like you said, trying to come up with a big play. And they might have 1, maybe 2 in them.
And right
Second
now,
and 10.
You know, Isaiah Smith was on the coverage on Washington. Just keep him in front of you.
Yep.
You know, it's not.
It's the run there.
Polson.
They keep him. The ball's in, stays in bounds. That'll be the end of the first half.
And taken down by number 32, Brandon Giles.
Did they call a timeout or
one?
The play should have.
1.6 seconds.
They're moving the chains. It was good enough for a first down.
Yeah, automatic first down. And let's see if the Warriors are going to just take a knee.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out here. The end of the first half finds us up 22-14. Great play, like I said. They kind of struggled to get started. The Warriors struggling with penalties, and the Utes capitalizing on them. We have a halftime show coming up, Mark.
Yes, we do. We've got some highlights brought to you by L&L Motor. Stick with us here on VTV Channel 6. We'll be right back after these messages.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
Presenting their fall preview next Saturday here at Coach Belcher Stadium, 7 p.m. They will be joined by guests, the Utes, and the cheerleaders. There is no cost for the show, and it will be the first time you can see the entire production in Vernal. Also on August 31st, Freddy's will be donating a part of their profits to the band. We'll have a great meal there for the band.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
On this episode of Wild Air, we head to the Buckskin Hills Complex to check out the tactical team long range shoot. Then we join Tom Elder on a quick and easy hike at the Aspen Nature Trail. And finally, we take you to the Western Park Arena for the Outlaw ATV Rodeo. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air, only on VTV6.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6 here at Uintah High School, where the Uintah Utes are hosting the Snow Canyon Warriors, and we're going to let you enjoy for just a few minutes the state runner-up drill team and national champion Uintah marching band playing for us and entertaining. Here on what we call an endowment game, kind of basically an extra game for the Utes. Let's take a look at the L&L Motor replay highlights from the first half. And what a first half it was. Right off the bat, Henderson under pressure, hit, throws, intercepted by Britton Webster, and he's off. And he's just chased down by one of the Brakefield brothers. Dustin gets him. And then a handoff to Chris Polson. He rumbles and stumbles in for a touchdown. And then he gets a second just moments later off of another Utes miscue. But then here come the Utes. The one-handed grab pulled in and turned by Corbin Allen. And then Henderson looking, nothing there. Tucks the ball in and scampers off for a 15-yard touchdown of his own. And then here's the over-the-head kick, and then kicked out of bounds by Kitchen. Safety for the Utes, and then a big run. And Chris Polson, somebody you got to watch out for. And that young man can run the football. He sets up, and here's Kitchen. And this is where Kitchen hurt his knee, trying to avoid the pressure, and he just buckled his own knee. Henderson with the 77-yard, oh no, this was the simultaneous possession to Dallin Brakefield. Henderson looks off and then hits Dallin Brakefield for the catch. And then watch this play. Henderson to Leba. Leba looks back, and maybe that's what it cost him. Caught by Wyatt Perry. And then Henderson says, here we go, Dallin, why don't we make it 2-4? And that's how the Utes lead this game. 16-14, and wow, what an exciting game. We're going to keep it here, turn it over to the Ute cheerleaders. After them, we'll break and go to the third quarter.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be, because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
We are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
On this episode of Wild Air, we head to the Buckskin Hills Complex to check out the tactical team long range shoot. Then we join Tom Elder on a quick and easy hike at the Aspen Nature Trail. And finally, we take you to the Western Park Arena for the Outlaw ATV Rodeo. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air, only on VTV6.
Now, if you got a sports program, check the drill team page in your program for prizes. On page 51, you're looking for a special stamp or sticker. If your program has that, bring it up to the announcer's booth for prizes.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6. Mark Mason with me, Brian Nilsson, and here at the home of the Uintah Utes at Coach Belcher Stadium. Wow. If you could dial up a first half, Brian, I mean, the swinging ups and downs. Let's go to the tail of the half. What do you say, Brian? Turnovers
Definitely.
of the game.
Definitely.
3 turnovers for the Utes, 2 for the Snow Canyon Warriors, and it was the turnovers that caused the momentum.
Yeah, and I think the scoreboard's finally starting to reflect the stats that have been put on the field because, like I said, that first half, the Utes were marching all over the field, but then it came to a turnover or a bad play that.
Yeah, you have the 2 interceptions. You have the botched snap on the special teams. For Snow Canyon, it was the fumble, and unfortunately, it was when Kitchen hurt himself, and then they missed their field goal as well. So penalties. How about for the Utes? Only 5 yards in penalties.
Yeah, like I said, that was great fundamental and disciplined play on the Utes side, and that's what's killed the Warriors is that their big plays have been brought back, almost every single one of them.
They had 2. They gave the Utes 2 first downs, both scoring drives on 3rd and short, and they jumped off sides. And they had a block in the back on a big return. Penalties, boy. Special teams, the Utes, boy, not so good. Missed the PAT. That could come back to them. That makes it a 1-score game.
Yeah, that bad snap.
Yeah, that led to 7 points.
Yep.
And the special teams, the punter for the Snow Canyon Warriors, he's been special tonight. 2 kicks inside the 12-yard line.
We're watching the place kicker there, kicking 40-yarders like it's no big deal.
Yeah, but they did have the miscue. They had about a 37-yard field goal, They missed that. That turned into a turnover on downs. So
I had a chance to go down on the field during halftime while you're doing all the hard work up here, and that wind is starting to become a factor. It's actually, we don't feel it up here in the booth, but it's actually rather aggressive now as that sun's gone down. It's starting to pick up. I bet it's at least 20 miles an hour.
Well, you can see the Ute flag there on the top right of the screen, and it's whipping. I mean, there's a lot of wind. It's coming from the the northeast.
Yep.
And the Utes, started with possession. So now the Snow Canyon Warriors get possession and the wind at their backs. So if I do my math right, so boy, those
they're setting up. Are they going to kick? Are the Utes going to kick to the south?
And maybe that's what
Yeah, I was going to say the wind's going to be in their face. We'll have to see. Maybe they'll switch sides. They're just doing some warm-ups now. We still got about a minute left before the start of the second half. We'd like to thank all the sponsors. I think we went through all of them during the halftime show. You probably thanked most of them, but we'd always like to give a shout-out because we wouldn't be able to bring this game without them.
Tonight's sponsors, this game brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional, Moon Lake Electric, Savage, Utah State University, B&D RV Center, and Robinson Dental. I want to remind everyone not to forget to stop by the Uintah Conference Center tomorrow to check out Strata Network's Black Ops 3 tournament. The public is invited to come watch the event for free, and included will be activities for everyone to try out, including virtual reality headsets, Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers games, and everyone who comes will be entered into a raffle to win some awesome prizes like gaming consoles, Bluetooth speakers, and more. More information on the event can be found at Strata's website.
What time does that start, Dale?
That's, I believe that starts at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Our gamers aren't notorious for being early risers, so
yeah,
we're going to start at 10.
And it'll go live broadcast on VTV Channel 6. You can find the link. Live be about 4:30 live broadcast, and that should be a ball of fun, Brian. There'll be two teams of 4 going against each other. Live broadcast. I'll have an opportunity to be down there getting my windpipe some exercise.
Are you polished up on your gaming?
I'm gonna have to have a Black Ops 3 binge tonight.
crash course
right,
on Black Ops 3.
Could be fun for everyone involved, and so here we go. Kickoff going. The Utes kicking off to the north end zone. So Snow Canyon will have the wind at their backs in the third quarter. But the good point for the Utes is if the wind keeps up, the critical fourth quarter, they'll have that field position advantage with the wind at their backs. So
yeah, they get to close the game.
So McCackney to kick here at the beginning of the third period. He calls out the assignments. He's going to take his steps back, make sure he gets the right run up. And big leg from this young man, even into the wind.
With the wind, I think he'd want to do a line drive, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Want to float that thing.
So that's what they did in the second, right there in the second quarter. He did a line drive, and that's essentially what he does here. Big leg into the wind, and it's dropped at the 1 yard line. Picked back up by Snow Canyon. Here they come, tackled by a gang of Utes, including number 32, Brandon Giles. And excellent special teams coverage by the kicking team there. They got him down about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, number 1, Dallin Brakefield, also shooken up on the play in that second quarter, but comes out big there with a tackle. Be 1st and 10 on they'll spot at the 18-yard line. Staley in the quarterback formation. Trips to the near side. Calls for a bad snap.
Right over the head.
Gets on the ball and downed.
Well, Staheli did the right thing, Brian.
Yeah. 5.
About
8-yard loss.
8-yard loss. Oh, more like a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, they're
at the
actually marching back.
Wow. Staheli did the right thing, but boy, 2nd and 20. And, right off the bat for the Warriors.
He's a young quarterback, but he can't be
He's a
proven.
junior. He's a junior, but he is their backup quarterback. And Kitchen got hurt on
he's still on the bench here with his knee wrapped up with some ice.
He's mobile, though. He is moving it. So
6 kicking it out there. The outside.
Boy, he gets back to 20. And he's got some space.
Oh, he's out of
and
bounds.
Runs out of bounds, and then a little bit of extra at the sideline. A little bit of talking from Snow Canyon right there.
They come back to haunt them. They're kind of cocky suckers.
Right here, and whoa, wow. He puts a little shake and bake on Dallin Brakefield, and then he's got downfield blocking, and he does the rest, and wow. And here's the little bit of extra.
24 chasing after him. All right, 1st and 10, 42-yard line.
No, football's a physical game, Brian, but you got to check those emotions.
Oh,
Those can
he
cost
tries to
you.
cut it up. Man, he's got some feet underneath him. Look at the
way he
moves on him.
changes speed is pretty incredible. I'm telling you right now, Chris Polson, he was stuffed. He took a step back and was at full speed in 2 steps. Pretty hard to deal with. That is a special runner.
1st and 10. Yeah. Polson just running at wheel here. Almost got a fire lit under him. 1st and 10, 45-yard line. Giving it to Polson again.
No, it's a keeper.
Oh,
Staheli
pulls it out.
Option, and he doesn't keep
32
it.
that time.
Whipped around
Rocked.
by Brandon Giles. And he's slow to get up. Wow.
Brandon Giles, a junior this year.
On a mission. Watch what happens. Giles comes in, sniffs out the run, and look at how he just catches and swings. Wow.
Gain of about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
Most of the gain was Giles. Boy.
Almost another bad snap. Pulls it down.
Botch play. They're going to lose the 4 yards they gained. That'll be a loss of 3, Brian.
Classy play. You tell the difference between these two teams, though. When that ball was called down or whistled down, all the Ute players just automatically stopped and patted the quarterback and got him. I think if it was the other way around, those Warriors might have slammed him into the ground.
Not much of a passing threat tonight so far from Snow Canyon. There's got to be an offset.
78,
yeah.
Showing a little bit of flex there.
And he did that in the other one. He got up on his tippy toes, and they didn't call it. It's David Park. He's a sophomore. Listen to this, Brian. He's 6'4", 300 pounds. I mean, that
a lot
is
of beef on that one.
Big young man. And as he matures, he'll continue to be a force. So there's more penalty yards for the Snow Canyon Warriors.
9:34 left in this 3rd quarter. Still up 22-14 here at Belcher Stadium. Airing it out. He's got his man beat. Oh, but tripped up. I don't think there's going to be a flag. That was inadvertent. He just kind of tripped up.
Yeah, and we're sitting right above the Snow Canyon fans, and this is not pass interference. The reason it's not is just what you said, Brian. Here's 2 young men going for the ball, and it's their feet that get tangled up. There's no hand contact, no shoulders, hips, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That just is unfortunate. For Snow Canyon brings up 4th down, and the Utes, after a couple of big runs by number 6 Chris Polson, hold here, and they'll get the ball back. Hopefully with better field position than what's number 20 Bodine has given us in the past.
He's going to kick to this far side.
That's a big high kick.
Don't hold.
Ooh, boy, and it takes a Ute-friendly bounce.
Yeah.
But that's dangerous because there was a lot of Utes down in that area. So
when you have short field position like that you don't have nowhere to go, so they all kind of bunch up. So I'll turn over here on downs. 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted at 18-yard line for the Utes. Will come out. That great defensive play. Like I said, they've always said you can bend but don't break, and that's exactly what they did. They bend a little bit under the running of number 6 that time, Chris Polson, but they didn't give up the big one, and they got the turnover on down.
Now, Brian, both teams are playing basically the same offense. They've got 5 down linemen. They're trying to spread 4 out. One tailback, sometimes 2 if they go to a protection package. But what's interesting about that is there's been 17 possessions already in this game. So both teams getting a lot of possessions. Here's a throw.
Good throw. Way to stop that ball and go to the field. That time, number 4, Cruz. Leba, a little slow to get up. He's taken some hits in tonight's game.
Yeah, Leba is, he's having a great game, and I look forward to him having a great season. As a senior, and he started for 3 years for the Utes. This kid, he can play football. I mean, he's a dynamic player. So Offense,
Kyle.
defense, special teams, he does it all.
Kyle in the shotgun is going to give it to Jones up the middle this time. Hasn't got a lot of yards in tonight's game. They found most of their yardage in pass plays, but keeping the Warriors honest with a run play that time.
You know, and sometimes what you need from your hammer is not yards, but you just got to punish
Just weakening,
those. Yeah,
weakening
just
the middle.
punish those guys that are hitting you. And, you know, and that's what Jones is doing. He's just – those are painful tackles that they're having to make, Snow Canyon on Mike Jones.
Henderson in the shotgun, trips to the far side. He looks that way. He's got somebody on the backfield. Oh, good job, Jones.
Block.
Good job.
Oh, it is picked
but he
off.
throws it away. Oh, no, the ball comes loose. It was incomplete. Great job. Heads-up play by Jones there. Sees his quarterback in
You've
trouble.
got to see this block by Mike Jones.
Look,
Mike
59.
Jones on the left side turns and sees it, and the chip block.
Boom.
Wow.
He's about half his size.
And then Wyatt Perry.
Oh, almost come up with the interception.
You know, and on defense, you hate when the ball hits you on the hands because you're playing defense for a reason.
Yeah.
Wyatt
Stones
Perry
for hands.
could not get it.
Going to the punt here.
McCackney.
High snap, pulls it down.
Wow, he got a beauty off that time.
Nice high kick this time. Oh, the ball's touched at the 40-yard line. Might have got another yard out of it, but Dallin Breaksfield decides to just go ahead and down the ball.
Well, you know, not a bad play by Dallin Breakfield because the guy in the back there to receive was number 6, Chris Polson.
Yeah.
And we've seen the kind of speed he has. I mean, he has breakaway speed.
Yeah.
So
it's probably a good idea to not let him have any
let's
open
just
field.
not give him the ball.
7:56 here in the second or third quarter.
Well, at this time in the first quarter, it was already 14-0 Snow Canyon. Now, 5 minutes have gone in the second half, no points. So it went from a back-and-forth turnover fest in offense to 2 3-and-outs by the defenses. Not 3-and-outs, but, you know, 2 defensive stops.
Starting to figure out each other's play calling here. There's some talking. The referees are debating whether that ball was down, probably. Going to talk things over with the whole referee
well, while
staff.
they're doing that, this game brought to us by L&L Motor. L&L Motor is the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. Visit our new Buick GMC full-service store in Vernal.
I'm a believer. That's where I got my truck. Looks like, yeah, they're going to give them 2 yards.
Okay, so that is the right call because it's where the point of contact is by the kicking team.
Yeah, it
Breakfield
wasn't-
hit it just before he hit the 40-yard line. You know, you like when the stripes get it right. You've got to give those guys credit when they get
2
it
yards. 1st and 10, the 41-yard line. Up the middle to number 4. Yeah, it's hard to see their numbers. 47 that time with the carry.
Is that Alex Kennedy?
47.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
new
Alex
runner
Kennedy
in the backfield, but
Jr.
Boy, on his first carry, just first down yardage, he gets 11 on that carry. And
Awesome, giving him that time.
yeah, in on the tackle was Giles and Breakfield. So here's the
Oh, the fake up the middle. Number 9, act like he was going to come off and get it. Austin decides to pull it back out, go up the middle. No gain on the play. 2nd.
Not sure if that's an option for the quarterback there or not. He puts the ball in the gut and then keeps it himself. And he's a little upset he didn't get more yards, but about the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10, Brian.
Looking to pass downfield, has a man open. Looks like he might. Oh, the ball comes loose. Having a hard time holding on to that ball.
Was that on the catch was Nowatzki? And it did hit him. It was a low pass, but you know, as a receiver, high low on the numbers, you got to make the catch.
Yeah.
If you can get your hands on it, you should make those catches. That would have been good for first down yardage. Instead, big 3rd and 10 here. Utes trying to stop the Snow Canyon drive.
Looking to pass. Across the middle, has a man. Oh, overthrows him.
And that's
Great
another
coverage there.
Well, and Nowatzki's coming across that formation. He is wide open, and if he leads him and puts it in his hands, it's a big gain. Instead, another defensive stop for the Utes. So 2 possessions for the Warriors, and they've punted on both. 1 for the Utes. They've punted, And a little bit of a different formation here.
Leba back to receive. They're kicking it. They're setting it up. He's calling for the fair catch. It doesn't happen. Bad bounce. Get away from that ball.
Boy, Leba's run up on that. That ball's bounced behind him twice and then bounced in his direction.
It's dangerous. Like you said, that ball, the way it's shaped, you don't know which way it's going to go.
So here's the Utes' second possession here in the second half. And dodged the bullet on their first one. Henderson has that beautiful save block. And then he does the jump, kind of a Tim Tebow jump pass over the line.
Yeah.
Nearly intercepted by Wyatt Perry. And, boy, I don't think a coach has ever been so happy to punt in his life than Austin Heaps was to punt right there.
Yeah, like I said, they've had all kinds of breaks tonight. Everything's pretty much gone their way, and they've been able to capitalize on a lot of it.
So
Henderson talking things over with Jones in the backfield. Finally get things sorted out. Gives it to Jones. Off, left tackle kicks it out, and finally his legs brought out from under him. They figured it out. Number 13 drug his legs out and brought Jones down.
Maybe the original line of scrimmage. You know, and Jones doesn't have that edge speed that Leba does there, but he sees the middle is, you know, they got the gap assignments from the defensive line, so he tried to break it outside and then gang tackled there. And you'll see here on the NLL Motor replay, nothing there. And he thinks he has some outside edge sealing. And, you know, honestly, the two blockers just went upfield too soon. They didn't engage those blocks long enough.
Second here, looking to pass, tipped, out of bounds. Both teams showing some strong defense this time. Offense not able to march like that first half of play that we saw. Bring up 3rd and 10. For the Utes, as they try to pull a trick out of their bag here, come up with a first down. 6:10 left in the third quarter. Here, still up 22-14. Uintah high. See if they can't get something here. We got trips to the far side, a single to this near. He's got double in the backfield. Leba and Jones give the protection he needs. Quick slant. Oh, throws it, and it's picked off by number 13.
Webster going to the house, and that's a pick six. Wow.
That's unfortunate. He forced that ball into a slant. They was covered by 3 guys. That ball pops out, and 13 is there to just scoop it up. And he marches in virtually untouched. The ball's forced. That out pattern was probably more open, but he tries to force it to the number 1. Get there. Ball comes out. Number 13 for the Warriors picks it up.
That's his 3rd and could have been 4th pick of the game.
What do you do if you're Snow Canyon here? Do you go for the tie with 2, or do you just play it safe? There's still lots of game left.
They have it at the 2-point conversion spot, it looks like. No, I'm going to take that back. In comes Stahili, and with him is number 6, Chris Polson. And so, no, they have 5 receivers set. And Stahili is by himself.
He's asking for help. He's not getting it. Wide open, and he just overthrows him.
Yeah, and you know, Brian, they're chasing the points too early. It's the third period.
Yeah, like I said, there's still lots of game left.
Get your point, and now it's a 2-possession game if the Utes can score again.
I think he's just jittery. Look at that. He had a guy wide open, just overthrew him, and was not able to get in. But like I said, there was some miscommunication there on the defense because the defensive PAT was unsure what to do in that formation, and so fortunate, like I said, just break after break the Utes are getting in tonight's game. 22-20, 6:03 left in the third quarter. We'll have a quick break, have 30-second timeout. Be right back after these words.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
Welcome back here to VTV Channel 6. The Ute student body section right there, taking a little bit of seat in the break in the action. And, I said chasing points too early, and, Brian, I think they did the right thing there. They're down by 2. 1 point still makes them down by 1, so 2 points ties it.
Yeah.
So,
I said, it's a tough call. It could have gone either way. I mean, obviously, they made the right call because they had the opportunity to score there, and they could have done it. They just overthrew it. But I think this early in the game, especially with a field goal kicker, like you have, I would have just probably gone for 1.
Yeah, you
and then got in range again.
Yeah, you got the wind at your back right now, and you can see the wind's giving them troubles. I think they're going to have to bring in a holder. And so, yeah, here comes the holder. It's going to be Seth Smith, number 9 right now. And so he's just going to have to hold it. That's been blown down twice. But the Utes, with the wind in their face, the offense is stalled. We saw a lot of things. And I'm not sure if it was the injury to Dustin Brakefield. They took one of the playmakers off the field. Not sure if that's what's caused that or not. And feed in the end zone, so it's a touchback there. Start at the 20-yard line. But that dynamic offense that we saw, not there, and Henderson's trying to make some plays. Had his third interception, so something to watch for there.
We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Utes. We're the midpoint of this third quarter. 6:03 left. Like I said, the Utes still in the lead by 2 here, midway through the third.
Today's game brought to us by Ashley Regional. We're at Ashley Regional. They have now have a level 4 trauma center and has recently been designated as a chest pain accredited hospital. Check them out, Ashley Regional Hospital, proud to sponsor high school sports in the Uintah Basin.
Oh, kind of that was a screen pattern, and he almost put that thing right in his eyeball.
Sometimes, and you'll see on the L&L motor replay, you've made a couple of mistakes and you don't want to make another one. You put a little bit on it. It may have been tipped. It looked like right at the end it started wobbling, so maybe
it's
tipped.
A forward pass, so it'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here he's got in the backfield Cruz and Jones. Fakes it both. He gives it to Leba. Stuck at the line of scrimmage.
Man. And the Utes can't get on track here, Bri.
Having a hard time, almost running out of steam.
Well, and maybe this is a good just game plan right here. You got 5.5 minutes left in the third period. You got the wind in your face. The passing game kind of stalled with that wind. Keep it on the ground, run the clock out, try to get to the fourth period. Well, then you'll have the wind at your back, and that that helps the passing game.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel like you're running downhill a little bit. So maybe that's Heap's game plan right now.
Let's see. Might go into the pass formation. Got trips to the near side. Looks. Oh, and almost connects with Dallin. Just under throws Dallin Breaksfield. Trying to come back, so the punting team will come on the field again. McCackney getting some reps in this second half.
When you go to those comeback to the the outside edge routes, and I know they have the hashtag on the near side there, that's still a dangerous throw, and so short is much better than hanging that one up there.
Yeah.
Because, defensive back can break on that pattern. But McCackney needs another blocker to come in, so here he comes.
Cameron Peterson coming in. Good snap this time.
Ooh, he doesn't get a good
shank kick. It's going to roll this time. At least they'll get another yard on it. So about a 35-yard punt. Like I said, kind of hard to kick into that wind. It's pretty steady right now. 5:05 left in the third quarter. Back on defense, the Utes go. Like I said, maybe just trying to hold out this third quarter until they can get some better conditions in the fourth.
Trevin McCackney, whose first year playing football ever was last year. He's a soccer player. They call him Boomer. He's got a big leg on the soccer field. And for the red and white game, to win the game, 45-yard field goal. So he's got a big leg.
Oh, and he's hit right there in the backfield. Number 11 that time brought him down, Corbin Allen.
Yeah, that's Nowatzki, and it's not Nowatzki. It's number 42. Is it Wright.
New guy, I haven't seen.
Tosh Wright,
Oh,
a sophomore. And it's the fumbled step by Stahili. And the Warriors are probably just thinking they're lucky stars that they have 2nd and 13
Second and
instead
13.
of a turnover.
Gives
There's a
it- This
handoff.
guy's big.
Big block. And
The ball comes loose.
wow. Brakefield hits that ball with his head, comes loose. Heads up play by number 56. You'll see here on
man.
the replay. Look at the blocking here by number 56. He opened up the whole left side of that line. There's the ball
That ball
loose.
comes right out.
And guess who came and got the ball? The guy that made the big block. Wyatt Brinkerhoff. 2 big plays
We
on
got
one.
Chris Polson back in the game. He'll rumble for about 5 and good enough for a first down. Ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for Snow Canyon.
Just doing it on the ground here. Just
Keeping this, they're kind of the 2-minute. They have 4 minutes left, but they're running a quick offense.
Another fumble.
There.
Boy, and in on the play quickly for the Utes, number 27, Trevor Slaw, the senior, just pounced on it. But boy,
Kitchen now on crutches on the sideline, probably wishing he was in to replace Austin. Having some hard time controlling that ball.
see if the Utes can take advantage of some of these longer downs here, Brian.
Oh,
Intended
Austin
receiver.
can't take all the blame. He's hitting these receivers in the hands. They're just not coming up with the ball.
Yeah, Brooks Sampson, intended receiver. Okay, so that ball's thrown outside, but you still have 2 hands that contact the ball.
Yeah.
You're right. That's a catchable ball, even though he had to turn and adjust on it. Should bring it in. Help out your quarterback
Oop,
here.
We got some rush here.
Oh,
Feeling the pressure. The screen pattern.
oh,
Good job.
You know, wow, that is really
43.
incredible play that we saw from Hunter
Wheeler.
Wheeler, because Polson has been known to make those open field moves, and he just settles in and waits for his hips to settle down and then just tackles them, and it is short, but it looks like they may go for 4. No,
Brings
they're
it
going to bring
back.
on the kicking team. Wow, Wheeler, what an individual great play, saves
They're going to go for
potentially
a
first
field
down.
goal here.
And they should. Now, this is number 22, Colton Barber, that's kicking. And he's got the
45,
wind in his back.
Yeah,
so,
46-yarder.
And, honestly, though, Brian, the wind's kind of coming in from the north.
Swirling around, huh?
So it could push. Let's see what happens. He's missed one already. Here's the kick, and it looks
Oh,
good.
it's a line drive.
And he's
It's
got it.
good. Like I said, the kicking team comes up big, 23-22 now. Snow Canyon goes on top. 2:37 left in this third quarter. We'll see if we can come back after these messages and see if Uintah can answer.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6 here at Uintah High School, where the Utes hosting the Snow Canyon Warriors. And the Utes down by 1 point on the first half back and forth. And the second half right now, all Snow Canyon. A touchdown and a field goal. They've scored 9 points. The only 9 points scored here in the second half, Brian.
That quick fake.
It's coming one of these times.
It's building. Trying to lull them to sleep. The only time we didn't see that was after the safety, and they just set up for the deep. So they'll kick with the wind. This one going into the end zone as well.
And that one almost made it to Roosevelt.
Bring it out to the 20. They'll spot the ball. 1st and 10 for the Utes. 2:37 left. Utes down by 1 here late in the third quarter.
So the adjustments by the Snow Canyon Warrior defense has, they're kind of sitting on those routes and not giving the Ute offensive players as much space in those zones to drop into. So, and as that's tightened up, so has the running game. The front four for the Warriors doing their job and snuffing out those runs, making it longer downs and distances for the Utes. They've got to make their own adjustments here. Yeah. The second half is really about what can you do to adjust to the other team's game plan.
In the backfield, there was a delay of game. It took a long time to bring that play out from the huddle. Be a delay of game, 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 now. Coach Heaps taking a while to get it out.
Most coaches will have somebody watching that back line, Judge. And he'll start that 5-second count. And here's an offsides or a false start. So 10 yards in penalties. It'll be, the Utes just doubled their penalty yardage from the first half on those 2 plays alone. And it's 1st and 20 at the 10-yard line. Boy, the last thing you need.
Yeah, I don't know. The physical and mental getting tired now or what? We're nearing the 4th quarter, but showing a lack of judgment here. Fakes it. Oh, no, he's close to a safety. It looks like he's going to be brought down just shy. They're going to spot it about the 1-yard line. Don't know if that was a blown play or if he was supposed to. They spotted at the 1-yard line. We'll have to watch this on the LNL replay. Looks like he tries to fake, twist. That's just taking way too much time for how deep you are in your own territory. Brought down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah. Hand those balls off.
Get them out of there.
You get the 1 or 2 yard gain, and you'd be happy to punt. But right now, boy, they are backed up. They are on the 1.5, the 2 yard line. There is no more space.
Only showing a 4-man rush. Gives it to Leba.
And like I say, that's really got to be your plan right here. Safe runs, get enough space for McCackney to get a kick out.
Bring up 3rd and 20, 10, 22.
Nothing fancy here.
Yeah,
just escape this possession.
Escape the possession, punt it out of here, try to get back to midfield. Having some problems with the plays here as they switch sides. Gets trips to the near side. Finally, there counts the ball very close to a delay of game again. Throws it out. Oh, rocked as he was hit.
And that's, honestly, Brian, that's as good as a punt. It's a big, deep throw.
Kyle Henderson, though, he is shooken up. He got hit hard. When look at it, he's just bent over backwards. Oof. Like I said, he tried to get that thing as deep and as far away from the end zone as he could. And the cornerback was there to receive
Let's see, who caught that ball? I didn't
8?
see for, boy, I missed that.
Single digit. I think it was Caleb Gates, senior, number 8. So they'll get him back. Like I said, it's almost as good as a punt return. We got a 40-yard is where the Snow Canyon will start. 1st and 10. Gives it.
Oh, there's
fake to 47. A rocket at number 35.
Brooks Sampson is a receiver, and everyone bit on the fake handoff. Very well done. And then just a
35.
Throw.
Beautiful.
And right on the numbers. And Austin Staheli kind of finding his groove right there. And that big play puts him on the 27-yard line of the Utes. And there's a handoff.
This time handed off. Stiff arms him, but drags him down finally. Loss of about 2 on the play.
And then I think on that was Corbin Allen. Grabbed that jersey and then just kind of collected himself. Didn't want to get the horse collar. So here's the grab of the jersey. And then he wraps him up and brings him down. Well done by Corbin Allen.
2nd and 12. Showing blitz. There's trips to the far side. The cornerback's got to contain.
Big blitz. Look at the pickup by Snow
He's gonna
Canyon.
air it out. Turn around.
Oh!
The
does
ball.
not catch it. And they call a penalty.
I think it's because he didn't turn his head at all. He didn't look for the ball. He was just going for the interference. They're going to call it. It'll be first
Cameron
down.
Peterson, but I'm not sure he interfered. I think he got there when the ball did. Watch this on the L&L Motor replay. It's up in the air, and here's where the ball gets there. And, boy, if he was there early, it was a hair early. And in the end zone, so that's going to bring it down.
Yeah, be first down for sure, 15 yards.
15 yards, so it's going to take him down to the 15-yard line. So what do you say? Cameron Peterson, if he doesn't interfere there, is it going to be a reception for a touchdown? I say it's a good defensive play, Brian.
Yeah, like I said, you're far enough back. 16 seconds on the play clock. They're giving it to their go-to man, number 6. Great job, 57 that time, contained Alex Foster.
Alex Foster, sophomore, and he's just a big, strong body. And as a young kid, he's just going to continue to develop and become stronger and stronger, anchoring that inside of that defensive line.
Good defensive play there. Does wrap up the half there. 22-23, Snow Canyon leading as we enter the fourth quarter. We'll step aside, have a word from our sponsors, and be back with more high school football action.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Welcome back to VTV 6, start of the fourth quarter. Snow Canyon Warriors knocking on the door on the 15-yard line, and they are 2nd and 11. Alex Foster with the tackle for a loss. And the Utes have had the Warriors in a couple of longer downs and distances.
Waiting for the time to go on the clock. Still at zeros.
Number 59 for Snow Canyon. That's Spencer Snow. Is like, come on, you've got one job to do.
I got an 8-hour ride home.
Yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
Mamiya lays down and puts his helmet on the ground. So, no clock still. Want to thank our sponsors, Moon Lake Electric, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned, providing power to the area since 1938. Find and like them on Facebook, and we want to thank Moon Lake Electric for helping VTV Channel 6 bring you tonight's game, streaming live, and you can check out the season schedule at VTVChannel6.com. Every home team, every game.
They came out of the booth. He's going to go wind the clock by hand and try to get this thing started. Having issues. I don't know. Can they just go off of the play? Can the referee keep time?
Is that an option? Have to do that.
They'll just have to keep reminding them how much time is on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's saying I'll just keep track of it.
And really, the official's time is, on the field. It should be that way. And here comes, so you can see, came out of the booth in a hurry, an explanation. It goes to the Utes sideline. I'm sure they'll relay that to the referees, but
we'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter. Like I said, we were talking during the break, and we just hope that the Uintah Utes will come out with some mental and physical toughness. Hope they don't run out of gas here.
Well, like maybe this will be like the Super Bowl when the
power went out.
When the power went out, and it looks like San Francisco's going to win that game, and Baltimore power goes out, and all of a sudden the momentum shifts all to Baltimore, and they end up winning that game, brother against brother.
Yep.
And maybe that's the Utes' game plan here is, hey, let's kill them with.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that the Ute the home crowd gets to dance. And this is a little bit of coordination here. We're going to just enjoy that. Brian, you want to have any commentary with that? That was a nice move by the second row.
We got some rowdies. Those guys in the black down there, they're I don't know what their job is, but they've taken control of the crowd. The cheerleaders don't have a lot to say what's going on.
Well, everyone's in black. The cheerleaders, the team, the student body, all in black. So maybe tonight's blackout game here. First game of the season.
Kind of, these uniforms are kind of cool. They came out with this year. Kind of the red, dominantly black. Oh, they shut off the scoreboard completely now. They're going to reboot it.
Well, here on the technical timeout, we're going to hear for a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back here at VTV6.
Given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
Well, welcome back to VTV6, and the scoreboard is completely messed up. Showing blitz, the Utes coming over his head.
Push him out of the way. Push him out of the way.
Oh, boy, you're right, Brian. The right play there is don't go for the ball. Just try to get Staheli off the ball.
Just push him right there. He should have just pushed him out of the way.
And who was it? It's number 43, and he's having a big night. It's Hunter Wheeler, and Wheeler chases that down. And had Wheeler had another half yard, he would have beaten Staheli to the ball. And, usually you have your speed guys in the skill positions.
For that speed, he's a big dude.
Wheeler got after it. Show him blitz again. Coming after him. Quarterback under duress. Throws it.
Oh,
caught.
Overran him.
Wow, Nowatzki. But you know what, Brian? That was third and like 10 gazillion yards. I mean, they were in Colorado was where they were starting for that one.
35. Fourth down, the kicking team coming on again. This one, let's see if they're going to spot the ball about the 29. So 39-yard kick.
Well, you got
39 plus
5. Plus 7, so you're a 46-yard field goal attempt here. And he's pushed one, and the wind is coming hard right now. So with the kick, it's
they can hold him down.
46 yards.
Oh, almost blocked. It was tipped. Get on the ball.
And take it up. And here comes Label. Label's at the 25-yard line. Wow.
What a great job.
And who got the block? We'll have to see on the LL Motor replay. And could it be that the scoreboard momentum here and coming off the edge, reaching? No, it was in the line.
It was in the line where. Who was that big dude?
Boy, he couldn't see. Even on the high definition, I couldn't see, Brian. And Leba with the heads up, understanding that it's a live ball, not like a PAT. He's understands.
Might have been Hunter Williams again there in the middle of the field. Turnover here. Great play, momentum. Like I said, just what we need to start this fourth quarter. First and 10, 25-yard line. Oh, that was a rock.
That's one of the hardest hits I've seen. And right now,
his head is
Henderson
ringing.
is, wow. That is a tough kid to get up from that hit. And coming, just a bull rush block, number 59, that's Spencer Snow.
Hunter is walking around. I don't know if he needs to come out. He's
well, you've got the anytime you have some kind of sign of concussion, Kyle Henderson, but they're leaving it, letting him play. So there he is. He's going to throw.
Overthrows.
And I'm telling you right now, it's a tough kid that can get up from that hit. Wow.
Whew. It'll be third and about 17 now.
Boy, Spencer Snow just bull rush and hit Kyle Henderson so hard, and Henderson's back up and throwing. I don't know how.
He's Leba going out now. Jones in the backfield. Double-double on each side. Looking to the right and the left. He chooses to run.
Smart play by Henderson. Henderson and takes the slide. Hey, you can't blame the kid. He got rocked.
Yeah.
And so with the run, he gets back to nearly the original line of scrimmage, brings up 4th down. But again, here we go, Utes. So you have the block kick, and so this is a win. Even though it's a 3 and out, you've stopped scoring possession.
Yep.
And now Snow Canyon will turn around and have the win in their face. So it's a much different quarter. The Utes right now down by 1.
Oh, high kick. Brings it down, kicks with the wind.
Much better kick and much better bounce.
Better roll.
Woo!
There's a push there. Flag. Looks like Snow College or Canyon might have gotten called with a push in the back.
And Snow Canyon's been just kind of flirting with this all game long. They're just a little chippy. There's that extra push. There's the shove out of bounds. There's the, and so right here you're going to see.
Watch as he goes past.
It's a block in the back right there. Yeah. And it's just a dumb block in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a boneheaded play. Miles Reynolds, number 52, is a sophomore. The ball's almost dead. It's almost stopped moving.
Looks like that's what the play will be.
So 10 yards. And as a coach, you just got to say, oh, my gosh. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's a personal foul. So insult to injury, it's just, well, anyway.
I don't know if you're keeping track of penalties anymore, but they've got to have 4 times the amount of yardage on penalties than the Utes have. The Utes had a tough third quarter, but Snow Canyon making up for it right now. 1st and 10 for Snow.
80 penalty yards to the Utes 15, Brian. And that's just incredible. I mean, as a coach, you game plan, you play, you try to get it all ready, and then 3 or 4 plays that it costs you a full field of field possession.
Up the middle goes number 6 again.
They're coming with the A and B gap blitz, and it's working. But what they're doing right now is they're daring Staheli, to throw to the outside. They're going one-on-one coverage. Right now they're leaving Peterson and Tomeno one-on-one coverage. Here comes again, showing that blitz, and they're just daring them to throw it to the outside. And right now, Staheli hasn't shown that he can complete it at a high enough percentage to make it a threat to the Utes.
3rd and 6 now for Snow. I don't know how much time left in the game. I guess we should have started our own clock. We show 361 minutes and 42 seconds.
So coming in on the blitz is Slaw and number 43 Wheeler, and they picked it up that time, but here comes trouble.
Just throws it as he turns.
That's lucky. A dangerous throw because he has no idea where he's throwing that ball, but underthrew everybody. 4th down, and what an adjustment from the Utes coaches. Hey, let's dare him to throw, and right now that's a great workout. But what's open, Brian, is right behind the linebackers. If Snow Canyon adjusts, there's going to be that little 5-yard like a slip screen from the tight end or something.
Kind of a squid kick there. Leba thinking about picking it up. They have not been able to return the ball. They've had so many crash guys down there on the Snow side. They get down there before the ball does. So Leba not able to return as of yet in tonight's game. So they'll take over here on downs as they punt the ball away. 1st and 10, the ball spotted at the 36-yard line.
So defensive adjustment for the Utes, and they're bringing the blitz. So, a lot of pressure on your defensive backs and also on your outside linebackers because those runs are going to bounce outside, or watch out for that just little slant.
Oh, slant. It looked like there was an offsides there on the defense.
Hard count, and did they get him to jump, or was there a false start?
I think it was offsides. Looked like the whole 4-man front for Snow jumped. Let's see which way they...
Waiting for the referee's call.
Both line judges talking things over.
Brought to us by Savage Trucking. The Savage family founded the company in 1946 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. Today they are a leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries, including electric power generation, coal production, oil refining, railroad, chemical, oil field, downhill services, and other industries. Savage Trucking, proud to sponsor Uintah Basin High School sports.
Woo, Leyba turning and burning. 5-yard penalty as a false start, but he gets that back and then one. Gain of 6 on the play, bring it to 2nd and 9.
Woo, ball comes out right at the end, Bri. But they called him down, so.
I'm guessing about midway through the 4th, maybe.
So the Utes having a challenge here. Their kind of run and gun offense has been slowed down for whatever miscommunications. Here's the 5-second count coming now. They've got to get that ball off, and they don't. It's going to be a false start.
Nope.
No, they just got it off.
Last count. Is about the 40, gain of about 3 on the play.
Cruz Leyba again, and boy, Henderson had, I believe it was Corbin Allen, one layer deeper, wide open. Wide open. Just nobody on him. Went with the safer route, but it's good to see after the big hit and the shaky third quarter, Henderson finding his groove again. And now the Utes, now that the passing game's working, the running game's going to work, So Leyba big here in the 4th quarter. Utes down by 1.
Henderson in the backfield. Jones blocking for him. Ball comes down. Incomplete to number 11 that time, Corbin Allen.
Yeah, I think that was blocked at the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, it looked like it was tipped.
Yeah, I mean, that ball's intended for
defensive
Allen.
end or something.
And it just changed directions, and here's a 4th down, and the Utes down by 1. They are going to punt away. Wins at their back. And we're at a disadvantage again time-wise. The scoreboard here at Coach Belcher Stadium completely out. We couldn't get the clock to start. They tried to reset it, and now everything's wrong. Score and everything. So
McCackney back to punt.
All the time in the world.
Good
and he
punt
gets
this time.
Beauty off.
Got him. Wrapped him up. Number 9 that time. Isaiah Smith.
And Isaiah Smith right in the face, and that was it number 6 for the
Yep. Polson.
Chris Polson. And Polson's so fast, but watch Smith doesn't no, it was number 9, Seth Smith. Takes him down after about a 2-yard return. Well done by Isaiah Smith.
There's a trench going up to the scoreboard, but it hasn't been filled in yet. I wonder if the kids over there playing on there took it upon themselves to rewire things.
Sure, why not? Some aspiring electricians getting some on-the-job training here. Down by 1, time for the Utes to do something special on defense. They need a turnover, just 3 and out. There's a handoff up the middle. Churning and burning, boy. And that line just pushes to the 30-yard line.
Gain of about 9, 8 on the play.
And
we'll bring up 2nd down.
Snow Canyon just continues to cycle runners in. That's Seth Smith, number 9, with that big run.
They're keeping fresh legs out there.
Or was it number 6? Excuse me. In the backfield, it is 13 right now. That's Britton Webster.
Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Calls for the ball. Showing blitz.
Single blitz. Picked up.
Wraps him up. Number 43 got a hand on him.
Alex Foster. And pushed over by number 43. You're right.
Hunter Williams got rushed through and was the first man to get a hand on him. Slowed him up just enough for 2 of his fellow Utes to help tackle and bring him down.
Yeah, Hunter Wheeler was the only one that came up on the blitz. So staying home was Trevor Slaw. But he did bump him outside, and then there to clean up was Alex Foster, the sophomore.
Looking to pass. Oh!
Wow.
I was going to say, I thought he broke on that ball. I was going to intercept it, but he wrapped him up was that number 10, Cameron Peterson?
Yeah. Cameron Peterson. And
he broke on that ball like lightning.
Boy, he is a fast guy. Watch what he does. He reads it, and he breaks. And bam, bam, it's a catch and tackle all at the same time. And he gets cleated. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Right on his inside left thigh. Ooh, and he comes up just a little ginger.
Tenda. All right, we got double to the near side, far to the man in motion. They're going to go to punt it away. They will show punt.
And got a decent one off.
Leba going to be able to return it. Nope. Oh, looked like it was pushed again. I'm pushing the back again, but
yeah,
for
contact on Trevor Slaw. And, you know, boy, a chippy team. Down by 1, the Utes take possession.
They just got to get in field goal position. I think McCackney can make it with this wind and his leg.
Again, in the red and white game last week, 45-yarder. Could have been good from 50. That was the game winner for the red and white game. So really, they have to get it to about the 30-yard line to give McCackney a chance at this. The wind is kind of coming across the field, but he's got plenty of leg, and it is coming slightly behind him.
Stays in there. Oh, pushing that ball. Look at his out pattern. Number 11, wide open. Corbin Allen on that far side. Trying to force the ball, though, to Cruz Leba. He got rocked, though. I kudos to Kyle Henderson for even staying in the game. Like I said, after that hard hit, he might be getting a little bit of tunnel vision.
Yeah, and Leba is kind of a really dynamic playmaker. He's got a little bit of tunnel vision for him right now. So Leba gets the edge. Leba turns it upfield. What, about the 40?
Not a lot of north
line.
and south. Only about 2 yards for that. All of that running.
Here on the L&L Motor replay, to Leba, and here comes that seal block, but just didn't hold it long enough. That's number 9 coming in from the block, Isaiah Smith. Had the big tackle that forced the punt on the last Snow Canyon possession.
Okay, we got trips to the near side. Leba in the backfield. Haven't seen Jones a lot this fourth quarter.
Leba!
Look at him run.
Man, that's a 5-yard gain after contact. He's hit at the original line of scrimmage, and he's angry he didn't get 8. So Brian,
like I said, he hits. He could have been down. Right there is the first contact. His own player almost drug him down out of just reflex, I think.
Yeah.
Finally decided to let him go. And then, like I said, got 5 more. 4th and 4. And it looks like Jones is staying in. They're going to go for this.
Well, this is going to be a hard snap. I doubt that the Utes actually snap this ball.
Big play here. Cameron Peterson in the backfield with Henderson.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout. No, there's a snap. It's kept by Henderson. Henderson throws. He hits him.
Play.
It's a first down to Cameron Peterson.
Nice play. Nice play. Everybody thought it was going to be a hard right up the middle to Jones. He fakes it to Peterson, and then he goes out in the flats. Look at Peterson goes right out into the flats, wide open, and then look at this crack block by number 11. Boom! Get off of him. Good enough for a first down.
That is a gutsy call by the Uintah coaching staff, and it's a layered option again. Henderson has the option to run, and that's to Henderson. And look at this.
Middle.
Oh, Henderson, boy, he has one guy to beat. If he squirts through that hole, that's that little quick out, and they let the defensive line get to Henderson. But he does a quick, just 2-step throw. And it's
2nd and 2 now.
It's the Cruz Leba show here in the fourth quarter, Brian.
2nd and 10. Deep in the fourth quarter. Goes to Jones this time. He's turning and burning enough for a first down.
Why not give it to your sledgehammer? He burns through, and he just punishes the tacklers. And the momentum has shifted. Hey, Brian, we called it. The scoreboard.
The scoreboard.
And they were knocking on the door at the 15-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter. And I think that break gives the Utes a little bit of life back. They get some wind back. They got some strength. And there's a timeout to Snow Canyon. Here are the exciting finish to tonight's game. Stick with us. We're going to take a short break.
On this episode of Wild Air, we head to the Buckskin Hills Complex to check out the Tactical Team Long Range Shoot. Then we join Tom Elder on a quick and easy hike at the Aspen Nature Trail. And finally, we take you to the Western Park Arena for the Outlaw ATV Rodeo. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air, only on VTV6.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6. Mark Mason, Brian Nielsen, and thanks for tuning in. We've got word that there's folks from St. George watching right now. Want to welcome all of them that are watching. And the Utes right now driving. Oh, it's a little over the top pass by Henderson. Wow, the creativity. It's a pitch pass that's sniffed out by the defensive end. And Henderson says, whoop. I'll go over the top. Watch this replay, Ryan. Henderson Spencer Snow had it completely sniffed out. And Henderson just says, well, I'll just go over you. Big 8-yard.
2nd and 2 now for the Utes. Goes up to Jones right up the middle.
Bam! First down, 2-yard run. That's all they needed.
See where they spot this ball. I think it will be, yep, they'll move the chains here. 1st and 10 now, 15-yard line.
And we are well within McCackney range.
The scoreboard guy is out on the field now. Maybe he's trying to get a number on what they might be able to post.
So, yeah, we have on the field is the clock referee. He's on the field holding a stopwatch. And so the official time is right behind the linesman. Jones.
Oh, man. Takes 4 guys out.
Pulling out the 12-gauge shotgun right now. We're just going with the heavy load right now.
2nd and 8 now for the Utes.
And the golden question for everybody watching, including us, how much time is on the clock?
I wish they would tell us somehow or announce it over the loudspeaker so somebody knew what was going on.
Back to Jones.
Jones, he's going to try to push it in. Oh, he got that one.
Dangerous with that ball, the way he's swinging it with that left hand. And this just looks like a clock attrition drive right here. Don't settle for the field goal here, Utes. Get a touchdown if you can. Jones is out.
He's been out most of the quarter. Like I said, they just brought him in for this last series, and he's been punishing.
In the backfield is Leba with Henderson.
3rd down.
Tight end.
If they don't get it, you know they're going to
Corbin
McCackney
Allen,
to try to put it through.
Watch that tight end slip right up to the...
They're going to call a timeout here. Trying to get that 1st down so they don't have to depend on McCackney's leg. And the wind strangely changing directions now, going into the Utes' face. 19 seconds, we just got the call. 19 seconds left on the clock. Down by 1 here.
Big call here, Brian.
Big
You
call.
got 19
What do you do?
seconds. Do you bring in your kicking team? If everything's not perfect, you lay on the ball and give yourself another chance.
And how many timeouts do they have? Can they center the ball here? Because it's on the right hash. So can they center the ball, call a quick timeout, and then set McCackney up for the win?
McCackney has had pressure before. Had the red
this
and
kind
white
of-
game, and if you don't think that's pressure winning the red and white game, then you haven't ever played football. That's in front of all your peers playing against your peers. So he knows what it feels like to have this pressure. 19 seconds left. Looks like they're just going to run a play here. It's got to be 2 hands on the ball.
Yeah, don't pass the ball. Just give it to Leba. Let him center the ball, get it in if he can, and then call a quick timeout.
Henderson in shotgun, Brian. 19 seconds left.
Gives it to Leba, going to the right side. He's got blockers. He's trying to get out of bounds. Not able to make it. So a quick timeout here.
Timeout. Utes could be the last play of the game, and it comes down to potentially the leg of Trevin McCackney. In on the field, number 12.
10 seconds left.
Has had a point after blocked.
10 seconds.
Do they try to ice him and give him a practice kick in this, or do they let him kick it? The wind is coming from about the east right now, so it is coming almost directly across the face of the punter, or the kicker.
So does McCackney kick better to his left? Is that why they decided to push it to the right hash? You'd think they'd want to center it in any NFL game or anything like that. They try to center the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, it's just a line push. They hand it off, and they all push in one direction.
Yeah,
right? You know?
I mean, they ran it right up the sideline on that right side, but like I said, it centers the ball.
When they handed it off to Leba and he tried to get that right edge, I think they were trying to score.
Yeah.
I think that's just, let's try to score one here.
Well,
so
this is a big game. Like you just said, is this his first year for football?
This is a 26-yard field goal. It's his second year. Last year he split kicking duties They're
going to ice him. Call timeout here.
Here's the kick.
Timeout. They're trying to ice the kicker here.
And Cruz Leba understands what's at stake here. Did you see him shushing the crowd? Want to thank our sponsors, Utah State University's Aggies are everywhere with 2 convenient locations in Vernal and Roosevelt. Utah State Uintah Basin makes a college degree possible with your schedule in your hometown. Visit uintahbasin.usu.edu for details. Also want to thank B&D RV Center. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, B&D will assist you in your purchases. Stop in at 1570 West Highway 40 in Vernal to check out our on-the-lot inventory. So here we go, Brian.
Big play here.
This is it. Trevin McCackney.
All the marbles.
For all the marbles, 10 seconds left. McCackney with a 26-yard field goal. Snap is good.
It's
Ball is good. It's up.
It's good.
It's good. Trevin McCackney
Good.
puts the Utes up. The Utes are up by 2. The Utes are up by 2. Trevin McCackney, the senior, with a 26-yard field goal.
Play.
Bedlam. Here on the Onell Motor replay. Perfect snap. Perfect goal.
Oh, that was almost blocked by number 1 there.
Boy, and that ball end over end.
Right down the middle.
Trevin McCackney, the hero 2 weeks in a row, potentially.
We got about 8 minutes left.
Brian, you know what I would do here? I think I'd kick it out of bounds and take the dang penalty at the 35-yard line or the 40-yard line. Don't mess with it.
I was going to say, don't give it to Polson, whatever you do. If anybody's going to do any damage, it's him.
I would kick it out of bounds, take the penalty. There's not enough time for Snow Canyon to do anything.
Eight seconds left on the clock. Like I said, Polson back to receive.
You can see up there the Henderson family. They're sitting up there. Coach Richard Henderson and his wife Sherry. And, when you're the parents of the quarterback, I don't think you enjoy the game as much as everyone else does. Here it comes. Kick by McCackney.
Now he's going to kick it deep, and it's going to go into the end zone.
Whoa.
You got to think with all that adrenaline pumping through him, he probably could have put it through the uprights.
Well, I should have factored in. I'm saying kick it out of bounds. Forget that. McCackney has enough legs. Just put it in the end zone. That's a smart play.
Especially after a big play like that.
20 yards of field possession. That's why the coaches down there coach and I call. They're smarter than me.
They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. They got one play here. Go to a cover 4. Nothing gets behind you.
Yeah,
they're going to set up. They're going to set up trips to this side, doubles to the far. The quarterback back by himself.
So you have Laban's the deep man.
See if they can get Hunter Williams in the backfield. Calling a timeout. Make sure that he reminds his players, don't let anything get behind you. We got 8 seconds to burn here, and we come away with the W.
Wow. What an exciting win.
Yeah, what a way to start the season, huh?
And, you go against anyone that plays from St. George. They're always so tough. So this is a great litmus test for the season because, the Utes, Austin Heap's first year, last year they had the one win. Here they have Snow Canyon come up, and, you're always a little tentative. I mean, they're big schools for,
Yeah.
3A.
Big
They're-
schools, big money down there.
Yeah, lots of money. They can train all year. The weather's great, So, but here's a good litmus test. This tells you where the Utes are this year. Right now they have a 2-point lead, 8 seconds left.
Watch that far side. I'd be willing to bet they go to the far side here. Look at the prevent defense they got here. 5 men in the secondary here. They got 3 on the line of scrimmage. 3 linebackers, 2 linebackers. Number 2's dropping back in the backfield as well.
And you got your
Looking
speed
to the
team
far
out
side.
there.
He airs it out. Out of bounds.
Yeah.
I think he's got one more play left in him. That didn't burn all. 1 second, the line judge says. 1 second left on the clock.
And here, I mean, you got 1 second left. Even if they catch it or if they throw it, interfere.
Number 30. Yeah, number 32 is who he was trying to connect with that time, Ty Washington.
And he kind of rounded out and in. And it looked like he was supposed to route it in and out, go to the sideline. But, he ran straight up and then out, or into the post. And he threw it to the sideline, which you got to figure either you got to catch and get the end zone or catch and get out of bounds. So the throw was right, the route was wrong.
Well, they burn up their last time out here to come up with one last Hail Mary play. The student body has totally cleared out, come down to the track, ready to rush the field as soon as this last play is done. He said, just knock it down. Don't go for the catch. Just knock this ball down and get this game over. Oh, wow, what a game. It's gone back and forth. Came out from a 14-point deficit to come back, battle within 2. Then they went up with a field goal by 1 point. And then McCackney with the big, what was it, a 42-yard or 30?
26-yard field goal. Trevor McCackney, the senior in the second year of playing football. There's a throw to the outside.
Trying to get
he's got
Polson.
room. And Polson gets taken down from behind. And he pitches.
He pitches again to number 55. It's still pitching.
Live. And is it down?
No, it's still live. Washington with the ball this time.
And Washington.
And it's finally covered
and the
by
Utes
the Utes.
win the game on a fumble recovery. And picking the ball up's number 27, Trevor Slaw. Wow.
What a game. The chippy 64 showing their chipping is right to the end. Jumps on the pile after the play. But wow, what a game. Like I said, what a great test of will here. Like I said, it went all the way to 4 quarters there. They fought all the way to the end and came up with a W. What a great win for the Utes. Coach Heaps.
Congratulations, Coach Heaps. You're undefeated on the 2016 season. Gets his second win of his coaching career. And I'm telling you what, the Utes overcame adversity, and one of the biggest challenges they've faced throughout the years I've called is when things go bad, can they reload and recover? And they certainly did tonight. 4 turnovers tonight. They miscues on special teams, and still they found a way to win this game. And what a win it was, coming down to the wire, 8 seconds left, Trevor McCackney with a kick. Let's go to the L&L Motor Replay, highlights of tonight's game. And we're going to start right off the bat. And here's Henderson, just gets hit. And there's the interception by Webster. Big return. And, just tracked down by Brakefield. And Brakefield had the injury. We didn't see him at all. And then the run in by Polson. And then right after that, another 12-yard run. Polson again bounces it outside, finds the pylon. And here's Henderson putting it up. One-handed grab by Corbin Allen. He rumbles and stumbles. And then Henderson looking, nothing. Keeper, I'm going to go in by myself. And he gets 14 of his own. And then the big block by Leba. Here's the safety. And you know what, Brian? That's the difference in the game with the safety. And here we go. What a special runner this Polson kid is. Man, he had a big night.
Speed.
And he bounces it outside, gets taken down. And there's the injury, and that to Matt Kitchen, that injury definitely had some effect on us.
That was a big play changer.
Henderson,
right,
big reception, simultaneous possession to Dallin Brakefield, goes down, and then Henderson says, Dallin, finish that drive off, and they do. And here's the 77-yard play. This is just one of those plays. And Leba
almost makes it in. The high knees right there would have Saved him.
You know, and it was Chris Polson, the speedster, that caught him. Anyone else wouldn't have caught him. And there's the double for Dallin Brakefield. He catches that. And bouncing outside Polson. I mean,
Man,
this
he's
is
a runner,
just a
man.
dynamic runner. Been a pleasure to watch him play tonight. Interception, bouncing around, intercepted
Except
Webster.
pushing.
That's his second of the game. And this one, pick 6.
If anything Henderson can learn from is not to force that.
Yep. Henderson throws. And this interception, yeah, it's an interception and unfortunate, but Pat Parker ends with that. But it's good as a punt.
Ooh, Henderson got rocked.
Boy, I'm telling you, how Henderson got up from that is beyond me. And, Brian, my key to the game goes to the scoreboard.
That made the difference in tonight's game. Like I said, it slowed all the momentum. That third quarter, the Snow Canyon had all the momentum. And like I said, that little 5-minute blooper that we had to shut things down made all the difference in the world. Like I said, penalties killed Snow Canyon in tonight's game. That was a big factor. Uintah Utes definitely had better discipline on the ball there. And they had a much more balanced attack on offense too. They didn't know where they were coming from, and like I said, it made tonight's game. And McCackney's going to come away with the game ball, obviously, because he made the big play. But
well, you saw Brakefield hobbling off, that right ankle taped up. Well, hopefully that young man's okay. We need him for the season. Been a pleasure being here with you tonight, Brian. Here on VTV Channel 6, we want to thank Uintah High School and the administration for helping us make tonight's game possible. Want to thank the viewers that tuned in tonight. And if you're watching, go to our Facebook page. We're going to have one of the Uintah coaches here live on VTV Channel 6 Facebook. Check us out here in a few seconds. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good night.
good night.
On this episode of Wild Air, we head to the Buckskin Hills Complex to check out the tactical team long range shoot. Then we join Tom Elder on a quick and easy hike at the Aspen Nature Trail. And finally, we take you to the Western Park Arena for the Outlaw ATV Rodeo. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air, only on VTV6.